Well, well, look at that. Aren't we just pretty tonight? What is that?
I don't know what that is.
I don't know either. This is just unbelievable.
We're having some issues, guys.
Good God, man. Oh, let's try that.
There we are. Yay. Hi, everybody.
Welcome to the Firenze.
Woohoo.
Woo. Arrivederci. I think I am your host, Robert, a.k.a. the Tall Man, and I think this is my lovely wife. Actually, I know it's my lovely wife, Lisa, my co-host, a.k.a. Mrs. Tall Man, not that anyone calls her that. I think we are coming to you live at this very moment from the Carnival Firenze.
We're trying awfully hard.
Day one. There's so much we want to show you. I mean, we're actually still in port. We haven't left. I don't know what's going on. The sail away party was at 4-ish, 4:15. We broadcast it live to you on Facebook. Facebook slapped me hard, so I guess we're never going to be doing that again. But then we never left. We're like, what's going on? What's going on? We thought we were supposed to leave at 4. We were at dinner, and all of a sudden there's a departure at 7 o'clock on the schedule. But it's now 8 o'clock. We haven't budged.
And we're still here.
And balcony cam isn't working. Our main cam's we are in a tech nightmare. So
yeah. Let's
just get to some of the fun stuff. This has been a 48-hour whirlwind for us. Started yesterday, culminating in all of our gear falling apart on us today. And so normally we bring you some highlights of the days, but we do it a little bit different. It's going to be highlights of the 2 days. So Let's get to it, and then we'll talk about embarkation.
Oh, no!
Oh, good God, man. What is...
And this is why only us like to do lives.
Did I tell you tech will fail?
Yeah, tech will fail. Yeah, without a doubt.
Let's try this.
Okay.
Last 2 days highlights. Good morning there, Tall Man Clan. It is the day to get to the airport. It is very early in the morning here. In fact, you can see the clock behind us. We've been up since 4:45. And sometimes people ask us what it's like to go on a cruise, you know, being YouTubers and stuff. And we're about to be gone for 5 weeks. And this is most of our stuff. We already have a couple things in the car. But there's our 2 suitcases, our duffels. That suitcase has... The suitcase and the 2 backpacks have all the camera gear in it. Some of the camera gear is in this. And then we have this big tall stand that's already in the vehicle. So we are on our way to the airport because we are going on the Firenze tomorrow. And so it's a long day, East Coast to West Coast, and we'll take you with us. We'll see you on the road. So we're on our way to the airport. There's a couple other things that you guys should think about. Now, we are on our way to do about 5 weeks worth of cruising. So it's not just about what we're packing to take with us. It's also preparing our home to be gone for 5 weeks. For us, it's our RV, but for many of you, it's your home, right? You want to make sure that you raise the air conditioning or lower the heat, whichever it is, whatever time of the year it is. You may want to consider turning the water off to the house so you don't have a burst pipe while you're gone. For us, we just disconnect. Stopping your mail, go to the post office and have them hold your mail till you get back, because having a month's worth of mail pile up in the mailbox could be a little rough. And so it's not just about taking the cruise. You also have to think a little bit about what you're leaving behind, right? You're not going to be in your house every day. So if there's an emergency like a busted water pipe or something like that, your house could be flooded. And we've heard horror stories of people who've gone on cruises, come back and find their house flooded because a pipe burst. So just some additional tips and things to think about when you're going to go on a cruise and or several cruises.
Surprise, 'cause we know better than to roll the dice. like no one else. The final moment before I lose myself. And it's no use working 9 to 5 if you want more than to stay alive. So come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do. I'm the beat, keep dancing through the night. Stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Oh, so come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do. I'm the beat, keep dancing through the night. Stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Oh, the morning light. Oh, I just wanna be your Superman. Come fly with me, just take my hand. And now that we are cruising in mid-flight,
In observance of the ancient and sacred traditions of the sea,
In osservanza delle antiche e sacre tradizioni del mare,
I hereby name this ship Carnival Firenze.
I'm the beat, keep dancing through the night. We're dancing. Stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Oh, come on over, we can make it through, make it through.
Well, it's cruise morning, and as you can see, Lisa and I are walking across the parking lot with some of our luggage. The ship is right there. I can't spin the camera around because I got one hand on a piece of luggage and one hand on the camera. But if you want a nice, if you're flying in here to go on the Firenze, staying at the Queen Mary is a great location because it's literally across the parking lot from where the Firenze is docked. And so it's quite an easy trip for walking. So as long as walking is not a challenge for you. We need 2 trips with all the luggage that we carry. But outside of that, for most people it would just be 1 trip. You can drop your bags off and go back to the ship for a second load. So there you have it. I mean, there's the Firenze right over there. All right, so we're very excited. So we'll see you in a little bit. So when you arrive here in Long Beach, here at the port to go on the Firenze or any other Carnival ships that come out of here, the welcome area is completely covered. So if the weather's not that good, you're unloading your baggage in a completely covered area. Everybody was very, very nice this morning. Now getting over to the terminal, which is right here, it is not completely covered, but it's a pretty quick jaunt, if you will. I mean, you can see it, it's right there. So it's not a bad thing. If you're parking, that is actually the parking garage. This is just the bottom floor of the parking garage. So a nice layout here in Long Beach. This is our first time out of here.
We can make it through, make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do, just what to do. I'm the beat, keep dancing through the night. We're dancing. Stay up until the morning.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Carnival Firenze!
Come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do, just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night, keep dancing. Stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Don't be out of sight. On the beat, keep dancing through the night, we're dancing through the night. Stay up until the morning, stay up until the morning light.
Well, there you go. So there's a quick snapshot of the last couple of days, and I do believe we are actually finally moving a little bit. We might be finally moving.
We are moving.
I would show you balcony cam, but for those who join us late, all of our tech has just blown up today. We have microphones.
Thank
That
you.
is it. So we want to thank everybody for being here. And of course, everybody's got to get an applause. Of course, that's not working either.
Oh, there we go. Yay!
Thank you all for the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to our channel before, do us a huge favor. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe, become part of the Tall Man Clan. It is free to you. It costs you nothing, and it really helps out the channel. And if you haven't figured out yet, we need a lot of help.
We keep telling you guys.
Yeah. Oh, my God. So, first impressions. Last night's video was entitled that, but we didn't get to talk a lot because we weren't able to stream like we wanted to, because literally I stepped 1 foot inside the steel structure and we lose signal. So it was a little rough, but
Thank you.
First impressions on the ship are absolutely amazing, guys.
Yeah. Agreed.
A lot different than the Carnival Venezia.
Mm-hmm.
The colors are much lighter. Again, thank you so much. The colors are much lighter, much more vibrant. I feel either this ship wasn't as beat up as the Venezia, or they put more work into it in dry dock.
I do think that
Does that
they
make
put
sense?
more. I think they put a lot more work and effort into it.
Like carpeting looks fresh and paint looks fresh, and I know they did a lot of changes with like they added the Heroes Bar and a few other things. So obviously those are all brand new.
Plus the Italian, the fun Italian style restaurant
Yes.
that they've added
Right.
as well.
General ambiance, if you will. I just feel.
It feels very fresh.
Yeah, it feels very, very fresh.
It does.
So,
It feels like it had a rehab where the Venezia. It didn't feel like that at all to me.
no.
Yeah.
So,
But this does. This feels good.
so that was the overall first opinion, and so we got a bit of that opinion yesterday. We were invited to the naming ceremony. Some of those highlights were in there today that you saw with Jonathan Bennett. Being the godfather. We videoed the entire thing. It's about an hour and a half. Not sure where we're going to place it, but we at least brought you some clips of it. And then once the christening was done, or the naming, if you will, they call it a christening because they poured the champagne over the bell, which you saw. They had some entertainment. Leslie. Leslie. John kept on calling her Lisa. That's why I'm
So
thinking.
now
it's
you're
stuck in my
thinking
head.
Lisa.
Leslie. Do you remember her last name? I don't remember her last name at all.
I don't remember her last name.
Somebody that Jonathan had been on Broadway with in Spamalot.
Yeah.
She's
Very
award-winning-
talented.
Yeah, very talented. So
Yeah.
that was the entertainment, and there was a little bit of clip of her in there. Of course, we can't bring you the music because, well, that just hurts. I would love to know. Anybody out there, if anybody knows this, please let us know. How do all the rest of the people stream these things online, like the sail away party, and not get in trouble?
Yeah.
We were threatened if it ever happens again, we're losing our channel.
Yeah.
That happened today.
Yeah. They said your Facebook group will be gone if
Yeah,
it happens again.
What? And we
But
see
we
people
see it
all the time.
all over the place. And
Yeah. So-
every time we try it, nope.
There'll be no more live sail away parties from the Tall Man.
Right.
We will video it and we'll bring it to you with no audio.
You know what's funny? With the whole Godfather thing,
Yeah.
I never got the connection with the movie Godfather and the fun Italian style.
Yeah.
I never made that connection until last night.
Really?
I never made that connection. Isn't that funny? So yeah, I guess it seems that for the fun Italian style ships,
Yeah.
we may end up with Godfathers.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm trying to see if there's even a way for me to get. The camera's it's just not there.
No.
It's just not there.
Yeah, our
We've
cameras
plugged-
apparently don't like to fly. I guess they don't like high altitude.
They
or
don't like
something.
anything. Hal and Pal are
They're on the naughty list.
yeah.
Without a doubt.
We haven't said hello to anybody yet.
No, yeah, let's do that.
Oh my good lord.
Yes.
Good lord. Macrina, hello there.
Hi.
Yippee. A sail evening. A sail evening. Yes. Yes, you are ready. Are we there yet, Bev?
Hi, Bev.
I don't know. You know what? I could have a pause. I'm going knee deep in a bottle tonight.
those were our little parting gifts from last night. Yeah, so that was very nice, and we decided to wait.
Well, look at this, Danny Mac, a live video stream from a cruise ship in the middle of the ocean. Who's heard of such a mystical electronic voodoo? Well, we're not currently in the middle of the ocean. We're still in port, but that's okay, Danny. We understand your point exactly.
We do.
A little bit of dancing from the Mac.
Yay!
Hello, Gina Maxwell. Welcome to the stream. Good evening to you as well. Patricia, welcome, hon. Can't wait for the balcony cam and some dessert action. You're going to keep on waiting.
Yeah, balcony cam is just not...
We'll drink to that.
Balcony cam is just not behaving. I don't know what the deal is. And that was the whole...
Sorry. It's going to be one of those nights.
Yeah, I think so.
MC technical difficulties. Yep. They're just what a show would be. A show with us if something's not blown. But normally the cameras work.
Do we have our poop emoji? Somewhere?
Just go over there. Just look in the bag.
Okay, I'll go look in the bag because we desperately need that tonight.
Patricia says we pause for station identification. What's up, Chris? Long time no see. Welcome to the live stream. We are live on the Carnival Venezia. The ship is cursed. No, that would be the haunted. Maybe they came over here with us.
Oh, the Queen Mary.
The Queen Mary, yeah. We were on the Queen Mary last night. So you saw a little bit of that in the highlights. So we'll talk about that a little bit more in a minute. Acted out in charades. Yeah, exactly. We're doing the electric slide. Well, anyway, yeah. Looking like TNG in the background. It could be. I can't really see. And yes, we do have our mascot with us.
Yes, we do.
So there you go. Yeah, Tuesday. You made it just in time to replay the sail away to the live. Yeah.
Right?
Our only
how
sail away
funny.
party that we're going to show live. Obviously.
Apparently.
Oh, my good Lord.
Yeah.
Yes, MCO Airport. Yeah, that's where we flew out of. We flew over Orlando.
Yeah.
Yep. So Queen Mary, Macrina says it stood right there at the red phone booth. Wasn't that nice?
I did. I love the red phone booth.
Fabulous footage. Thank you very much, Patricia.
Thank you.
John Heald's feed had issues too from the naming ceremony. Yeah, it's a music thing, right? And I don't ever remember it being that way on Facebook, but now they're cracking down.
Yeah, we've seen all kinds of posts, Facebook Lives with music in the background, and so we thought nothing of it. We're like, oh, okay, yay. Well, since we can't do it on YouTube, we'll do it on Facebook. Well, guess we can't do it on Facebook either.
Nope. Chris says, living your best life. Yes, we are doing our very best. There's this video the sail away and dub your own music over it. That's a lot of the highlights. That's sort of what we do, right? We have.
It is, but wobble just doesn't translate to anything else.
Could spend a little bit of time, and try to find, a beat that matches.
Yeah,
but
man,
there's not enough hours
and
in a
then
day.
we still can't do it live.
Yeah, we couldn't do it live.
Not in dub other
no, but
music.
we could record it and dub it in.
Yeah,
anyway, let's
we
keep
could
on
do
going.
that. Okay.
Hey from Tucson. Hey Kathy from Tucson. Welcome to the stream.
Hi.
Looks like last night was amazing. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
We'll keep on talking about that a little bit more in a minute. And how much luggage do you really bring? Well, you saw most of it. We can talk about that here more in a little bit. Marquina, maybe it's because... Thank you for the thumbs up.
Thank you.
Marquina says maybe it's because of the amount of followers a streamer has that causes those eyes. I don't know. Trust me, John Heald has way more followers than we do. And so he was having issues. It's just a thing.
Yeah.
Welcome, Antonio. Sorry you're late. I had to watch your Lions draft a player. That's just fine. Hopefully you got who you're looking for.
Yeah.
Wow, a drinking. Yeah.
What does that tell you? For us who really don't drink.
Yeah. My sentiments exactly. Yes. Edwin, Flying Lions. Welcome to the stream. I don't remember you being here before.
I don't remember you either.
Did we misspeak? Misspeak in what? Did I say the Venezia? No. What I said, we had been on the inaugural of the Venezia, and the Firenze, we feel, looks a lot nicer than the Venezia did. So the ship we're on right now, Firenze, looks nicer than the Venezia.
Yeah, the
which we
Firenze
were on
looks
last year.
awesome. If you go back and watch our videos from the Venezia, we were a little disappointed with the outcome after it had been in dry dock for so long.
Yeah.
It there were stains on the carpet and things like that on the Venezia, but on the Firenze,
Yeah, it's
none
beautiful.
of that. It's beautiful. It looks like it's been in dry dock and it's been taken care of. So we're very pleased with that.
Prince wanted to know what airport do we fly into and do we try In-N-Out. We've had In-N-Out here before in California. We've been to California many times. Sometime for actually not this last time, but the time before we were here for 2 months. So we ate In-N-Out multiple times.
Yes, we did.
We flew into LAX, off the plane, into an Uber, straight to the Queen Mary, threw the bags in, got a picture of the Firenze, put the picture up so we could stream, and then went into yesterday's party. It barely had time to hit the bathroom in between.
Yeah, pretty much.
It was just a blur. And then we were at the party last night till about 10-ish, which, of course, mind you, we started off on the East Coast, so 10-ish was about 1-ish for us. So we got back to the Queen Mary, just crashed hard.
Yeah.
Right?
Both of us.
Done. Didn't get to do any editing. Just done. So we woke up this morning, and it was just really, we didn't even get breakfast. Lisa got a coffee. I packed up everything that we had taken out, and it was off the ship and over to go through the process of getting on this ship, which we're about to talk to now. I've got to say, the embarkation here in Long Beach for an inaugural cruise, this was the easiest, best, smoothest process that we have ever experienced
From Carnival.
With an inaugural.
And quite possibly some of the other ships that have been out there sailing for a while as well. It was a very, very smooth process, without a doubt.
Some of the footage that you saw in the highlights, if you saw the highlights, that was 10 o'clock this morning when I shot that. It was very, very quiet. Typically with the inaugurals, there's a flood of people standing there waiting to get in. So I don't know what has transpired, but there wasn't a huge flood of people.
No.
Now, we came in early because of the ribbon cutting, which, again, you saw highlights of that. We videoed the whole thing. It was like a 8 minute thing, but I put in just the cutting of the ribbon. And it just, normally, you can't get close.
Right.
All but in the front.
Yeah.
And, so it was a great experience coming through Long Beach, if you will. Obviously, the traffic to get from the airport to here, it is what it is. It's Southern California. But the process of getting on the ship, it was very smooth. The port staff was all unbelievably nice.
Oh, they weren't they?
Very, very nice.
Man, some of the most friendly people.
Yep.
Really.
They seemed to call everybody in what I would consider I don't want to call it the right order, but the expected order, right?
Yeah.
Right. And again, it's not an entitlement thing, but look, those who've been sailing a long time, that are diamonds and platinums, and they have priority debarkation. It's one of their perks.
Embarkation.
Embarkation. And debarkation.
And debarkation.
But in this particular case, embarkation. Excuse me. And so, embarkation. I put debarkation on the thumbnail tonight.
Did you?
I did.
Oh. It's been a long, it's it's been a long day.
I'm having a few more of those before the night's up. I'm telling you. I'll be the one here tomorrow going, I'm so sorry. We got nothing done today. And a hangover.
Actually, we're supposed to go video cabin floors tonight.
Oh, yeah. Maybe I can't have any more.
So, if you when we get those, if he's, stumbling all over the place, it's not going to be because the ship's rocking. It's going to be because he's rocking.
Yeah. So they called the diamonds, and they called the sweets, and then they called the platinums, and then they started calling numbers. And it was very, very well organized. Of course, this being not just an inaugural, but an inaugural where the ship was already here and nobody was on it the night before. The cabins were all ready the minute you walked onto the ship.
Yes.
So there was no delay in you getting to be able to go to your cabin here, which also presented challenges for us to get cabin video for you guys. But we did manage to get 14 cabins, which we will bring you throughout this cruise during the streams.
Yes.
Okay? So if you have not subscribed, make sure you do subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. That way there you don't miss any of the streams. I can't tell you when they're going to be, which we're going to get to. Of course, it's an inaugural. We're going to have dining challenges, and we're about to get there. So anyway, so I'm going to back up a little bit because I've been jumping all around. So last night, the party, we were there at 4:00. Again, easy on. You did have to show your documentation, got on the ship, got to walk around the ship quite a bit. It was open bar, which was really nice. There were all kinds of little parties and vignettes and things going on. There were a lot of travel agents.
A lot of travel agents.
And a lot of the, oh my gosh, what are they called? Not unions. It's, one of my travel agent friends was telling me about this. I just...
Ensemble, I want to say.
Well, Ensemble's one of them.
Okay.
Consortiums.
Yes.
A lot of the travel agents these days have put together consortiums, and so they have more buying power or leverage, if you will. And so there was a lot of segments of little things going around the ship last night, all kinds of different parties. And so we kind of walked around, took a little bit of it in. The naming ceremony started around 5:30, which was great. John Heald was here for this. Obviously, again, a lot of you probably saw that live. We tried. We didn't have Wi-Fi access. Obviously, they wanted to have that under wraps, which they did. But he was hysterical. The naming ceremony was actually went a little bit longer than we were expecting it to, but it was very entertaining. It really was.
Yeah.
John, of course, is very funny. Joe or Joey, he calls himself both. Boyce, the cruise director, again, also very funny, and they did a little skit together. If you didn't watch last night's broadcast from John, make sure you go and do it. If not, we're going to show little clips of it anyway. But it was actually a great time. Once that was done, we had dinner. Dinner last night was it was delicious. She had issues, but it was like we were in the main dining. And by the way, somebody asked me during the stream how many people were here when we were streaming up on the top deck yesterday. They didn't tell us, but it wasn't more than a full theater. So 1,000-ish people. It was very quaint by what I would call standards.
Well, and I believe Christine did say, makes a comment about the staff saying, "Oh, by the way, and can we, have 1,000 people on the night before our first sailing?" So she did say that.
1,000.
I don't know.
I remember
if that
that
was,
side comment.
I don't know if that was just a side comment and just wanted to just
pull the
throwing
number
numbers
out of her butt.
yeah, or if that was the actual number. But she did say 1,000, and so that's kind of what I'm going by.
So it wasn't overly crowded. The food, it was like eating, I would say, in Fahrenheit. Like it was filet. Mm-hmm. Mine was perfect. Hers was a little overdone, which is why she had a bad meal. Mm-hmm. But overall, we were like almost the last two in the dining room. It just took forever to get the meal. We just have bad dining karma.
We do.
I don't know why. I just don't know why. We are not complicated people. We are just not. We are funny. Cameras may blow up all the time on us, but we just roll with it and just keep on going.
Well, at one point, the table, we were tables on both sides of us, and the tables over here, they had butter and no bread, and then this table had bread and no butter. We had neither. Nothing. So it was just kind of one of those, oh, okay.
Yep. It's their first, meal. Anyway.
It is. That's not a complaint by any stretch of the imagination.
No,
that's just what happened.
Just
and
giving you the play-by-play. That's all this is.
And we just kind of laugh at it. I mean, it happens everywhere we go. That's just kind of our karma.
So after that, we walked around the ship a little bit to check out some of the things. They had had a comedy show last night. We did not go to that. It just got late. But there was a club in the back. They had a DJ going and stuff. So was a really fun night. It really was. We were blessed and so thankful that we got an invite. And so we had a really good time.
Yeah, absolutely.
So as mentioned, after the party last night, we did go back to the hotel, crashed hard. Again, already talked our way through getting back on the ship again today. Already said it. I'm not going to repeat it, but it was great. Again, excuse me, champagne. It's
Bubbles.
not typically my thing, but we're going in. We're going in deep. And in fact, you know what?
Am I getting the other one?
Yeah, get the other one.
Okay, I'll get the other one.
Get the other one.
We each got one.
No, get the other one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, get the other one. So we got on the ship. If you saw in the highlights, right when you came in, I think we're trading up. What do you think? Should we trade up for the big bottle?
I'll have my own little bottle and let him have the big one.
Yeah. We might be going real hard tonight. We might be skipping the videoing.
We might be. I don't know.
We'll be able to lock the door so we don't fall over the balcony.
True. Better put the kitty lock on there now.
Right. Okay. Back to work. Where were we? So right when you came in, you come in at least here this time. I'm assuming it's going to be the same time every time. Deck 3 by the atrium, and they had everybody standing there with flags. It was really very
cool.
Festive and very cool.
Yeah,
it was really nice. And
it's three levels, and
they
you've
had
got flags everywhere.
It was really neat.
Yeah.
And so you saw that in the highlights video. And of course, we did our normal stuff after that, right? We went and video cabins for you guys. We did our muster drill, which is very simple. And we unpacked and hung our stuff up and and do what we do here in the cabin. Editing, and then of course the sail away party. You saw that live on Facebook. If you did not, go to our Facebook group. In fact, if you don't belong to our Facebook group, guys, just go to Facebook, look us up, Tall Man's Cruise Adventures, right? We put different content up there than we do live here, okay? So make sure you become part of both, right? So, and then it was time for dinner. Okay, so let's talk about dinner. So, because of everything falling apart and not working, we didn't get to upload the menus. We got them. We will share them, whether it's on Facebook or here. We will show you the menus. They are a little bit different. The food, I feel, is going to be a little bit different here.
I think so.
They've talked about it, but they talk about that a lot. Like even with the Jubilee, it's going to be Texas infused. Hogwash, in my opinion.
Same.
Yeah. Anyway, so far, we've seen a lot more Italian fused in here, and the menus are a little bit different. So we want to make sure we share those with you.
Yeah.
But we always choose anytime dining, typically because that gives us some flexibility to move our dining time around so we can set a schedule for streaming here to broadcast the part of the ship that we're going to do that day for you guys and be here with you. Okay. In the past few cruises, we've had a hard set dining time, which is the early time. It's been either 5:45 or 6 o'clock. Okay. And so, but when we're sailing off the East Coast or even out of Galveston, it's okay to still have dinner at 6 o'clock because we still have that hour playtime, if you will, to make sure everything works, this, that, or whatever. So we chose anytime dining for this cruise so we could, if we stream at 5 o'clock our time, it's 8 o'clock y'all's time-ish, East Coast. But we stream for a couple hours at 7, we can still go to dinner afterwards. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
And then maybe we can go see a show because we have missed a lot of the shows recently because we've been on live with you guys. Doesn't bother us. We enjoy being with you.
Not a complaint.
Again,
it's just what it is.
Just a thing. But if we're able to come on a little bit earlier, which we may try. So anyway, so we get into dinner tonight. And standard first day cruise, first day on a cruise, trying to get to dinner problems. Okay. So number one, guys, and if you're watching this is going to help you out a ton. I'm telling you a ton. If you are on anytime dining, do not go to the dining room. Of course, my
your other phone's out there. Here.
Where's your phone?
Right here.
Okay. Carnival app is your friend. If you're on anytime dining, do not go down to the dining room. Don't go anywhere. Open up the app. Click these. And again, we should probably touch these 3 little buttons up here on the top. Go down here where it says food and dining. Food and dining. Click on that. Scroll to where the restaurant is, which will be for this one.
Michelangelo is the anytime dining.
And hit check in.
Yes.
Do it from your cabin. Do it from the bathroom. Do it from I don't care where.
Except from the
Just
front entrance.
don't do it from standing in front of the restaurant. Okay? They're going to kick you out.
Yeah, they will.
Right? They can't have 500 people standing there.
Waiting for their table to be assigned.
It's a safety risk. And so they're going to make you move. So just your app will tell you, it usually is about a 10-minute wait-ish, at least if you're going very, very early. Okay? And then as soon as your table's ready, it'll tell you your table's ready. It'll tell you the number of your table and is it on deck 3 or 4.
Yes.
Okay. So be comfortable. Do it at the bar. Do it at the pool. Do it in your cabin. Do it in the toilet. I don't care. Just don't do it in front of the restaurant. But as soon as it says your table's ready, march yourself on down there.
You have 10 minutes to get to your table.
You'll be good to go. Okay?
Yeah.
So, of course, nobody knows this. And it's the big cluster, which, again, it's okay. It's the first night. We're used to it. I'm just explaining you, again, the play-by-play, not a complaint, right? So we just, right around the corner from where we were, deck 4, it was the Limelight Lounge. So we just went and sat in there and wait for it to tell us our table was ready.
Yes.
So when the table was ready, we marched in, sat down.
And that was perfect. It was basically empty for the most part. You know, just the only people that were there were waiting for their tables to be assigned like us. So it was perfect.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. There was nothing going on. So we sat down. Dinner was just slow and painful, which also is part of our having issues getting stuff ready for the stream tonight, right? So we didn't get back to the cabin until about 7:30. I still hadn't finished editing the highlights and hooking. I told you, all this stuff has to be put together every time. Okay, it's not just the phone sitting in front of us, right? We got stuff, and obviously we've been very vocal with you that it just doesn't seem to work when you plug it in, even though it's plugged in the same exact way that we plug it in every day of the time. So we're not sure what's up with that. But so dinner will get better.
Yeah, it will.
It does. Every inaugural cruise run, by the 3rd day, typically they have figured out their system a little bit better, and it gets
They
a
have their
little
timing
bit
all
slower.
together, and yeah, it's much better.
It was just Lisa and I, the two of us at a 2-top table. Right next to us was a 9-top. They sat down 20 minutes later than we did, and they left 10 minutes before we even got dessert.
Which, speaking of dessert,
Yeah.
I got mine to go.
Yeah.
I had the strawberry cheesecake, so everybody was asking about desserts. Here you go.
I inhaled my ice cream, but
So
Lisa
I
went, I don't-
did. I went to the buffet and I got you chocolate. I think it's chocolate indulgence. I think is what that's called. And then some different kinds of cookies. Is it good? I think it's good.
going in.
Maybe I should have gotten 2 of those instead of the cookies.
Oh, man. That is good. Can you all see?
Here you go. Yeah, that looked really good.
Yeah, the camera's too high. It just it typically takes at least an hour to set up everything. We scoped out exactly where we want to be. Back at deck 10, right by the flagpole, was going to be our first night. But you know, if we do it outside the cabin, we do it more like an hour and 15 minutes, just because it takes time to carry all the stuff up there.
It does.
So, all in all, other than leaving late, we've just pulled out, and I would show you with balcony cam, but we don't have that up and running. Knock on wood, we will have that for you tomorrow night. But all in all, a great first day.
Yeah.
The meal is to be expected for us. We just bad meal karma on the first night on an inaugural. They don't have their stuff together. It's just a thing. If that kind of thing is going to bother you, don't go on an inaugural cruise.
Exactly.
The only thing that is different between this and other type inaugurals is this is not a brand new ship.
Yes.
And so the mechanical things like the elevators, they're working fine because they were dialed in.
Correct.
When the ship was brand new for Costa.
Correct.
And those sort of things are dialed in. But the staff, they're all working together, if you will, for the first time.
And the computer systems, those have changed between
Correct.
Costa and Carnival.
Correct.
So, there's a learning curve there as well.
Right. Right. So anyway, so let's get to a few of your questions. I know we're a little ways into the stream. I normally start off in the beginning and sort of give you some of the rules and guidelines here.
He had to get out his rant first.
Excuse me. But this camera problem is just really, it's really upset me. We
Yeah.
spent a lot of money on these cameras, go through a lot of effort to fly with all this gear to come here. And we have plugged them in and tested them more times than we can tell you. You've been with us for a lot of streams. They work great. They're just not working. So it's a little maddening, a little frustrating. So, rules. We are going to be coming to you live every night. I can't tell you what time yet, but we are going to come to you live every single night. And if you have a question about this ship while you're with us live in a stream, put it in the chat. If we already know the answer, of course, we'll answer for you. If not, we will find the answer for you while we're on the ship. There's no better time to find it out than why we're here when we can ask somebody.
Exactly.
The ship is full of the normal, onboard staff as well as seaside type staff from the corporation.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people here to get answers.
A lot of the executives and
If you're watching the replay, then if you have a question or a comment, if you will, leave it in the comments and we will gladly, the same way, find an answer and bring it to you in another stream.
Yes.
Okay. So those are sort of basic housekeeping rules. And we enjoy doing that. So if it's a strange thing, don't worry about asking it. Please go ahead. We will gladly find the answer for you.
It's our own personal scavenger hunt.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's keep into some of the questions here.
Okay.
Or comments, at least. Patricia says the copy infringement police is out on Facebook. Yes, they are.
Yeah. Yeah, they certainly have been.
Edward says, yes. I'm not sure what the yes is to, but I agree. Hello, Donna from Oklahoma. Good to see you.
Hi.
Danny says, when do we start driving?
Not for a while.
Not for a while, buddy. Late June for the midnight drives, but right now it's just sailing, baby.
Yes.
We are sailing. We are not driving. Macrina says, yes, Long Beach embarkation. I just keep on touching the wrong thing. For us is easy and smooth. Yeah, it really was. It was a surprisingly smooth.
I was shocked how easily we got through.
It just goes to show some of the thoughts that we had about previous inaugurals we've been on that I think our thought processes were right.
Yeah, I would agree.
Right? I mean, the shore staff is the shore staff is the shore staff.
Mm-hmm.
They're not new. They have other Carnival ships that leave from these ports where these new ships have come in. Okay, the new ship may take 500 people more, but
it's
they
still the
do
process.
this
It's the same
3
process.
times a week,
Yeah.
right? It's the same process. So to go to a port and everything be like, wow, that just never had made sense to me.
Yeah.
So to come here and it be like, oh,
smooth.
that was, I mean, dunk, 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 dunk. Wow, all but on the ship. It was great. It was fantastic.
You know what I found interesting too was that here they were asking, they would ask for your boarding pass, and they'd hold your boarding pass, and then they'd say, "What's your first and last name?" And I've never seen that done before.
No.
I found that very interesting, and it was several times that happened.
Oh, one other thing about embarkation and going through. I don't know if it's a new thing. It's never happened in any of the other ports, but every person has to hold their own boarding pass. Like a lot of times, because we all have our hands full, I'll carry our 2 passports with our 2 boarding passes and I'll hand it to people. They did not like that here.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody has to handle their own documentation. So if you're traveling, mom and dad and a couple kids, I don't know how it works for the kids. I don't know because we're obviously not kids, but mom has to have, dad has to have, it just... You guys have to carry your own paperwork, if that makes any sense, okay? Kathy says embarking Long Beach is generally pretty easy, but that dang climb up the ramp is another story. There were some switchbacks going on to get up to the ship. That's for sure.
There were a few, but there's always a ramp, but I guess some can be a little bit more steep than others.
Edward, I got to offer an apology to you because you would think with the name Edward Flying Lions, I would remember that. Drink. I do apologize, buddy. Yes, it'll slowly come back to me. Oh, and you said, remember when you were road tripping and you said towns we're going through, you said, welcome to both sides of the sign. No, but it's the mad cow.
There's a lot of that going on too.
Looking forward to meeting you both. Yeah, aren't you on the ship,
you
Tom?
are on the
That's
ship.
right. Where are you, buddy?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Aren't we supposed to meet at the flagpole in like 15 minutes?
Oh no. We're going to postpone that a little bit, I think.
Yeah. We were supposed to be there tonight streaming. That's where we're going to be streaming from.
We had every intention of it, but time constraints just did not allow, and plus our technical challenges that we had tonight just did not allow.
In our own cabin and barely made it.
Yeah, I know.
All right, Prince says, I can't wait. Sailing the Firenze in August. Also sailed the Venezia. Sorry. Also sailed the Venezia last summer. Personally, thought Venezia was excellent. Ship was amazing. It was really, and we try to preface this when we say these things, and sometimes we don't, and we apologize. We had a fantastic time.
Absolutely.
This ship was beautiful.
Yes.
However, there was a build-up and a marketing campaign from Carnival, and I don't feel that she lived up to that. There was a lot of hype about she's been in dry dock for 4 months and she's all new and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And within 12 feet of walking on the ship,
we're like,
there's the old cruddy
stain.
ripped stained carpet, if you will, right? Not ripped, but, and it wasn't that happened from the rehab process. It's something that had been there.
Yeah.
And then there were areas that used to have like computers. There was nothing. It just a countertop with the little holes where your computer cables go, and nothing there. Yeah. We just got the feeling that they put their names on it for their restaurants, made the few alterations that they had to, and then pushed it out the door. That's kind of the feeling that we got when we walked in.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean the ship wasn't beautiful. We did have a great time.
Yeah,
we had
it was
a
gorgeous.
fantastic time.
Yes.
It was great, and it is a beautiful ship.
Yes.
We just didn't feel it lived up to the hype of what they put the ship through to convert it from the Costa Venezia to the Carnival Venezia. That's all.
Yeah.
Yep, we had a great time. We'll go on our again.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Karina says, flew into Long Beach Airport, which is small and not so crazy. Very easy airport, and traffic to the ship isn't as bad as LAX. It's just our flights to LAX, they were by far the cheapest. I mean, by far. And so we just bit the dust and paid the $50 for the Uber, which is something you got to consider. A cheap flight, but how much is the transportation to get you to anyway? But
exactly.
It was $50.
Yeah.
So. Patricia says, last call before the cabin crawl.
I love it. That's perfect.
Oh, yeah. We're going to be crawling.
Yeah.
Macrina says, I heard some of the staff and crew were taking in adult beverages too. You're talking about last night? There was lots of... I only saw officers with cocktails. I can't say that I saw anybody else. Doesn't mean that anybody else wasn't. But, it would have to be one of those right moments, right, where you're looking in the right direction at the right time to see somebody having a cocktail.
I would tend to agree. I didn't see any. Honestly, I didn't even see officers.
I did.
At least that were on duty.
Correct.
There were people that were they were attending, they were not working.
Yes.
And they were drinking. I did notice that.
Unlike
I didn't notice any.
Unlike Virgin, where everyone drinks
Everybody
all the time.
drinks on Virgin. Sail away party, here you go. Champagne all around.
All the dancers are out there with cocktails.
Yeah.
Kathy B says, issues, kinks, and problems. Oh, the joys of inaugural cruises. Yeah. That's just one of those things you have to give as a take. You just have to know it's going to happen. Mm-hmm. And so go with some thick skin. Don't let it bother you and just move on. And that's what we did. And of course, then I told you we barely made it here, but we made it. And that's all that counts. The cameras aren't working.
That's all the drinking's for us because we were just so short on time. That's what that's for. It's nothing else.
I got to do the editing today. I thought I had to do the editing when I did. Or we
it's the short on time and the equipment, our gear not working. That's what that champagne's all about.
I got a buzz. Shouldn't drink that champagne.
You're cut off. That's it.
TMC woohoo party, right? Popping.
Is that popping or pooping?
I don't know. Pooping.
It is pooping.
It's pooping. We're popping. I need to get one with a frowny face because I am not smiling tonight. Party on the Sea. Now, Party on the Sea, that sounds like a new name to me.
It sounds like a new name to me, too. Welcome
to the party here on the sea. We are live right now from cabin 8252 on a Carnival Firenze, which has just in within the last, I don't know, half an hour actually pulled out of the port.
Honestly, I'm looking out and
Why
those
don't you go-
lights. Those lights look like they're still in the
Why don't you
same
go take a
spot.
peek?
I'm gonna go
We
take a
normally
peek.
will have a camera outside to show you guys, but if you're joining us late, our tech has died on us. So just
Yeah,
go
the
ahead and
ship
go.
we had a little bit of a wobble, and I'm not sure that
go.
we're moving. I'm gonna go look.
We're moving.
I'm,
Go.
I'm gonna go look.
You go. Go look. She'll go look. Okay. Let's see. Macrina says all of those return guests should know check in away from the restaurant. It's, maybe. But, if you go on a cruise, once a year, you may forget those kind of things. So, I understood. So, yum yum Carnival cookies. I know. I tried the dark one. I didn't try this one. I don't know which this one is.
We are moving. We're just moving slowly.
Like a peanut butter cookie.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I thought that might be what it was, but I wasn't sure.
Mm.
I wasn't sure if it was a sugar cookie or peanut butter.
No, I don't know.
We are moving. We're just moving slowly, but we are moving.
Daniel says, I'm sure the cameras are just an ID 10T error with your hardware. I don't know. It's without being too technical, we actually have purchased 3 cameras. We've never been able to get them all 3 up and running at one time. It turns out it's
Not once.
it's a power thing. They all work on USB-C. They don't require separate power. It takes the power from the computer. And because of everything else that's going on, there's not enough power. So I need to put it into a powered Thunderbolt sub. The words aren't coming to me because I've told you. I've had too much champagne already. Just one little bottle. An adapter, if you will. Not an adapter, but a interface. An interface. I need a Thunderbolt interface that I can plug these cameras in, which give it the power. Subsequently, it shouldn't matter because we've done this before. Okay? We literally have this plugged in the same way. But we are on a fairly lengthy cable to get from the outside of the balcony. I can at least show you.
Show you what the camera's not doing.
see
Oh,
the
okay. I
mess
see
in
what
the
you're
bed.
doing. Yeah. Yeah.
Right? So
Time constraints.
So where you can see where we're sitting down here. So we're not next to the balcony like we have been in other cabins. So I have a longer cable, which sometimes longer cables, they themselves require more power outside of the normal sort of power. So I think it's a power thing. However, we have literally plugged it in exactly like this with that long extension cable plugged right into the computer. We do that at all of our sailaways. Our departure videos we do cruise departures because we normally will have that camera up 16 feet up in the air on a big tall tripod. And so we need the extra cable to get down to the ground to get into the computer. It's the same cable. So it makes no sense.
Yeah, it should be working because it's worked in the past. So why it's not working now, I don't know.
So we'll have to troubleshoot it tonight when we're done, and we'll you'll know tomorrow night. But Danny, if there's a future, you can just fly down to Mexico, get on the ship, and you can help tech it out for us.
Yeah, sounds great.
Macrina says Long Beach is chilling. Yeah, we were shocked at how cool it was. So
yeah.
We've got the door open right now, but to go outside, it's jackets. It's like 55 degrees right now. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So if you're coming out of Long Beach in the next few weeks, please check the weather. Typically, South Beach. Long Beach is a little bit cooler anyway, but just check the weather. Okay. Obviously, once you get down to Mexico, it's going to be a bit warmer. Not like Eastern Caribbean kind of Mexico, but it's still be a little bit warmer. Okay. Party Sea says, I can't wait. The new Costa/Carnival ships. I haven't been on the Luminosa yet either. We actually haven't been on the Luminosa either.
We haven't either.
Yep.
Yeah.
Booked on Venezia for New Year, first one. Oh, really? You're gonna love it.
Venezia is beautiful. It really is.
You're gonna get a great sense of what the Venezia is like from this ship. They're sister ships, and so the layout is very, 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 very similar. The only thing that's going to be different really is decor. The Venezia is a little bit darker. This is a little bit lighter. In the main dining room in the Venezia, there's a gondola. Here on the Firenze, there is no gondola. They took it out so they could put some more seating.
We have a statue of Michael.
David.
Oh, jeez. David.
Drink. TMC drinking game.
Yeah.
If we misspeak. If we misspeak, we drink.
There you go.
Patricia says desserts. Cart rate is the best. Cookie. Yes, we love the desserts.
Oh, yeah.
Question. Okay, Amanda's World. Hello, Amanda's World.
Hi,
Welcome to the stream.
Have we seen Amanda's World before?
I'm not sure.
I don't remember
It's a two-parter.
Amanda's World. Welcome.
One, how does the ship handle bad food allergies? Okay. And two, where is the service dog relieving station on the ship? Okay. So let's address question 2 first, or part 2. We don't know, but we will find out where the pet service dog relieving area is. We will find out, and we will bring it to you in another stream. As far as the food allergies go, when you first get on the ship, well, first of all, even before you get on the ship, if it's a severe allergy, you should let Carnival know before you get here. But once you get on the ship, when you walk up into the buffet, there's a little stand by the doors that you come in and out, and I forget what it says on the stand.
I want to say Servi or
I don't know.
something.
There's like a little stand, like a little podium, and one of the staff from the serving kitchen, if you will. It's not one of the chefs, but somebody's standing there, and they have the information about the food for those who have allergies for things. Okay, and so that would be your first place to start right there. And again, as I said, as far as the dogs go, we'll figure that out, and we'll let you know in a future stream. Okay, so write that down. You got that, service dog?
Yep. Well, where's the service dog relief area? Mm-hmm.
Question from Chris. Any plans to hit Disneyland while in California? Maybe a stream. Chris, so I know it's been a while since you've been on with us. So we are off the ship, immediately on a plane, back to Florida, down to Miami, right onto the MSC Seascape. Okay? We don't want to talk about that too much because we're here for the Firenze right now. But yeah, we are right onto another ship, so no time for Disneyland. Not for nothing, I spent 5 years working at Disney World. Not very anxious in giving Disney any of my hard-earned cash. Just a thing. So, hey, I still have some free tickets though.
You do have free tickets, but
might
they're not
part
for
with one of those.
Disneyland. They're for Disney World.
No, I think it would work either way.
You think?
I think so. I
Okay.
think they're just Disney tickets, but anyway. So, yeah, and that was reminding me of something else. Oh, group cruise for those joining us.
Yes.
Don't forget, we have a group cruise coming in 2025. November. We just announced it a few weeks ago. We still have cabins available, and I know a lot of you know about it, but a lot of you don't because you're new. We are going on the Carnival Horizon November 8th out of Miami, Florida. It is an 8-day
Southern Caribbean.
Woohoo. 8-day Southern Caribbean.
Yeah.
Going to, I don't even remember now.
Bonaire, Aruba, and Curacao.
Isn't that where we're going on? No, that's what we're going on.
Is it?
Yeah.
Did I get it wrong? Oh,
I don't
no.
know. Whatever.
Yeah, because
It
we
doesn't
do
matter.
have a Southern Caribbean coming up this year for ourselves.
If you want to know or you want to go, send an email to that email. tallmanscruiseadventures@gmail.com. Inside cabins, all in, we're around $1,500 for the group. Balconies around 22, 23, 24, something like that, 100. And ocean views were sort of in the middle. We do have some perks, some onboard credits and different things like that for you guys. We have all kinds of events that we're going to plan for you guys, so it's going to be a heck of a cruise.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you want to come on a group cruise, join us. Okay?
We'll have some fun.
We most certainly will. Okay. Macrina says, so before we leave Long Beach, thoughts on your brief stay in the Queen Mary? I know you couldn't tour, but just the history, right? Amazing. Cold cabins, right? Burr. And how low the shower heads, right? So,
I didn't think the shower was that bad.
it wasn't. I mean, I maybe could have been our cabin. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, it was like this old cast iron square thing, but cast iron is an enamel surface like the old cast iron tubs. But it was square and it was deep, so it could be either used as a shower pan or as the tub. But it was decent sized.
Yeah,
and I thought,
no, but they were cool.
Yeah.
We're actually, to be honest, disappointed in our stay in the Queen Mary. Not with the Queen Mary. Only that we saw nothing.
Nothing. We saw the hallway.
Yeah. All the video that you saw in our highlights, that was all we got to see.
We didn't even get to go up on the top deck.
No, we didn't go to the engine room. We saw nothing.
So, yeah, we were very disappointed that we really didn't get to spend any time on the Queen Mary.
It's very simple. We had booked the hotel there with the intentions of obviously getting to explore it and all that stuff.
Yes.
The invite for the naming ceremony came after we booked the hotel. And we landed, it's just not enough hours.
No.
It's just not enough hours.
And like you said, our days were so crazy. We came back to the room and we crashed. I mean,
but we wouldn't have gone exploring on the Queen Mary at,
10 o'clock at night. No.
Anyway, but it's even this morning, we got up,
had coffee, packed,
left.
and
Anyway, so
I would totally love to go back though and explore for sure.
But the cabins were very cold.
Yeah, I was really surprised at how large the room was.
People that have been on it and the things that it's done.
Yeah. And that wood paneling's beautiful.
Yeah. So we'll have to come back and the next time stay a little bit so we can take it in a little bit more.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, Claudette, welcome to the stream.
Hi, welcome.
You stress from the work is much appreciated, or your stress. Yeah. Princess, are you on the 7-day Mexican Riviera itinerary? Please do videos on the ports too if you're able. We're also looking into flying into Long Beach, but you're right, LAX was more reasonable. Prince, we're going to Mazatlan, right? Cabo San Lucas and
Puerto Vallarta. It's not a 10-day though. It's a 7-day.
Yes, just a 7-day. So we have not at this moment, I know it's obviously late in the game, but we have not booked any excursions. We don't know if we're going to do anything. Will we get off the ship? Absolutely. Typically, we will video a little bit in the ports, but it gets down to a time thing and what's there. So we'll try to bring you some of the things from these ports. But we haven't even decided if we're going on an excursion yet. And if we are, we don't even know what's available. So
I think the only thing that we have decided that we want to do is go to Cabo Wabo. Other than that, we really haven't even had time to talk about it.
No.
So I haven't even looked. I don't even know what excursions are even available.
You're gonna have to do that tonight.
Yeah. I'm going to crash
sometime
tonight.
between now and we get up at 3 o'clock
3 o'clock?
in the morning.
No, I'm crashing.
Chris has a question. Chris says, why does Carnival put their signature whale tail on the ship 4 months in dry dock and not a transformation, but after all, it is Carnival. So their reasoning, straight out of Christine's mouth, is to pay homage to the original cruise line. Right? That is her words, Christine Duffy, the president of Carnival Corporation. It has always been my opinion / assumption, and you know what assumptions are. It's not, my opinion, if you will, is not based in anything other than some corporate common sense. Right? So Carnival has just finished their largest, fastest expansion in history. They have had 5 inaugurals in the past 18 months. 3 of them brand new ships. No, sorry. 2 of them brand new ships. The other 3, they
Costa
borrowed, if you will, from Costa. They already owned them, the corporation did, so it wasn't like they had to buy them. They transferred title. I don't know what they do. I have no idea. Anyway, it is our opinion that they just didn't want to spend the money to convert it to a whale tail, to have to convert it back if their fun Italian style doesn't work. Right? It's just a thing. It's just great marketing. Right? Okay, so the ships were based out of Italy. It's Costa is an Italian cruise line, so it has some Italian flair to it. But if it doesn't stick, it costs a lot of money to convert that funnel to a whale tail. You have to spend it again to convert it back. So that's our opinion, is they just don't want to waste the money. But who knows?
I will say that after seeing the Firenze and the way that the ship looks, I'm kind of leaning more towards acceptance of the paying homage to Costa, because I do feel like they did take a lot more care in the conversion of the ship. So maybe things are settling down and they're I don't know. I just feel like this. Maybe I am kind of leaning a little bit towards that now.
This would be a great time to show everybody the inaugural sailing gift.
Yes.
Since we're talking about sheep. There you go. This is what we got for coming on the inaugural cruise.
Now,
Came
it
in
does
this
have
really, really sweet blue pouch that has the inaugural on there. It's like a waterproof pouch. But these are pretty much the cheapest.
They are cheap looking glasses.
China-made glasses I've ever seen. So, Chris, they just don't want to spend the money on converting the funnel. Just saying. Heck, they only have bacon every other day. You think they're going to change the funnel? I wonder if tomorrow's a bacon day. We'll find out. Anyway.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, Robert's feeling good. He shooed Lisa to go. Say, where are you moving? Go see where we're moving. I was going to try to turn the camera, but it's and there's not a long cable on this, so I can't stretch it out there.
There isn't, and honestly, I stayed out there for a while too because I was looking. We're moving so slowly that I couldn't tell that we were actually moving, except for the scenery has changed.
Yeah. We're passing a lot of container vessels out there.
Yeah.
Long Beach is a huge container port. It's the largest in the United States, I believe. So, anyway, Claudette says, "Looking good, my friends."
Thank
you very much.
Thank you.
Looking good. Feeling good. I'll explain the idiot error later. Oh, yeah.
I thought you were reaching for the emoji.
I am. That's next. Love you. Mean it. Amanda's World said you'll be on the Luminosa to Alaska in June.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
It'll be your 25th anniversary. That's awesome.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. Have a great time. Make sure they know. They'll do a little something special for you, maybe.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Justina, welcome, Justina. Hello, TMC.
Hi, Justina.
Hope everyone is having a wonderful evening. I'm not sure about everyone else. We're having a pretty evening ourselves, but we're doing okay. You watch the replay.
Yeah, we're having challenges.
I'm drinking.
That's how our challenges are going.
And when that little one's gone, I got a big one waiting for me. Marina says, you need 2 days in the Queen Mary to see it all. It's just incredible.
I believe
so next
it.
time, get there a day early. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah. Absolutely. It just, the plans, everything leading up to, again, remember also, we're going to be gone for 5 weeks on multiple other cruises. And so we're parsing time and funds out. Okay, so maybe the next time. There'll be a next time.
Yeah, I think so.
Bev says they also lost ships over COVID, so they're now exactly the same number of ships as in 2019. Yep, 27 ships is the number they were touting to us yesterday. This is the 27th ship. And cost, of course, is, I don't think, ever really fully recovered since the Concordia.
I don't think they have either, to be honest.
So,
yeah.
Just let's move it over.
Yeah.
Right, let's move it over.
Got the assets.
Darren says, do you see ship swaps in the future with Holland, Princess P&O, etc., to get more cross-pollination for loyal cruisers? That's a really good question. I would say no. I really don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think the Costa is like we were just talking about. That Costa, I don't think ever fully recovered from that incident.
And so it just made sense to absorb their ships so they could put them to use.
I think so, because the ships are gorgeous.
At least at this time, the American touring segment, right, U.S. as a segment in touring is back to not just full strength, but stronger than pre-COVID. And so they need more ships over here. And so more berths. And so that's why you see Galveston coming on, another ship here in Long Beach, right? So it's the thing, right? So now, of course, at the same time, the Alaska season's just recently started and the cities there are like, we need less ships. And so...
And same thing with some of the other locations like Venice and...
that's Europe. We're talking about America
Europe.
right now.
Okay, all right.
Right? So obviously the summer season in Europe is a different thing as well. But it's the same thing. You can't go into Venice. Got to dock and come... Anyway. So, but I don't see that happening. I mean, the easiest way to cross-pollinate, I would think, Danny, would be to offer status matching within the Carnival Corporation.
I would agree.
Cruise companies.
I would agree.
So if you're a platinum or diamond or whatever on Carnival and never been on Princess, you would get that same status.
Yeah, I would agree.
I think that would be the best way to give people a taste. But I don't see the whole ship switching. But you never know.
No, I mean we've talked to so many people who are, high up in status in one cruise line and don't want to change because they want to continue to build the status that they have.
Yep.
And they don't want to lose the benefits.
Yep.
And cross-pollination, that's the...
Well, the people we had with dinner last night at the thing.
Yes.
Same thing. They've cruised a bunch, but they've stopped cruising the others because they decided that they've loved Carnival enough that they wanted to put their time and money into Carnival to get to their upper statuses to get the perks.
Yes.
So anyway, Keith says maybe that's just the day one gift. Maybe. It is possible. But this is our fourth inaugural with Carnival.
Inaugural, yeah.
And outside of the book, it's only been one gift.
Yes.
Which was just a funny comment. We're happy with everything.
We are.
This was technically a gift that was given to us. So were the little ones, and we were very, very, very thankful.
Yes,
absolutely
we are.
very thankful. And we keep all this stuff. It's the same thing. Like when we were on the Jubilee and the celebration, we're like, those jackets. Everybody's wearing those jackets. We got to get those jackets.
Yeah.
But if I'm going to spend that money, I want to wear it. But then I don't want to wear it because it's an inaugural jacket. I don't want to ruin it because I'm brutal on my stuff, not on purpose. It's just me. I'm a big klutz, and so. And the frenzy jackets also look awesome. I want one, but
yeah.
Anyway. So, but no, Keith. I we'll see. I could be wrong, but only one. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. Well, on the Jubilee, it was cowboy hat. We had a cowboy hat.
But we actually did get a picture. Remember, they gave us a picture later. So they did.
Cowboy hat and picture.
Yeah.
Chris says, the cheap is very expensive, Robert. That's why you don't sell on Carnival. It's but you got to come on the group cruise, dude. You got to suck it up, man. Suck it up. I've got other loyal royals coming on the group cruise.
Yeah, we do.
Suck it up and hang out with us. We'll have a good time. What did Macrina say? I missed this. Even if they'd want to change the funnel, just paint it red, white, and blue. Just my opinion.
I can
agreed.
go along with that too. Yeah.
When we got on the Venezia for its. There was another Costa ship in port in front of the Venezia.
Our poor taxi driver was
didn't know where to go.
Confused.
Right? Because from a distance, there are two big white ships with yellow funnels.
And they both had the big C on them.
So
he's like, this one? We're like, no, that one.
Yeah. I don't know.
One's Costa. We need Carnival.
Change the thing. Just
yeah.
Change it.
Yeah.
Stick it down in the Bahamas with a Freedom and change it. Kathy P says she would recommend the electric bike tour in Cabo.
Oh, okay.
It is worth it, and Cabo Wabo is fun, but the giggling marlin is better. I've been to Cabo. I've performed in Puerto Vallarta and Cabo St. Lucas, but Lisa wasn't with me.
I've never
So
been
she's
to
not
any of
there.
these locations, so I'm excited.
Mr. Cruise Fever says, I was hoping the Carnival Corporation loyal match comes soon, like the airline partnership have. Yeah, I don't. It makes silly sense that it hasn't happened yet. But we'll see what happens. Patricia says, like I said over on Facebook, when I was on the Sunrise inauguration, it was cheaply done with no fanfare, really. That ship was formerly the Triumph. Ship.
That was the first ship that the two of us sailed on together,
Yeah,
the Triumph.
Look, it's all about perception,
Yeah.
right? And so they put money into social campaigns and marketing campaigns and things like that to get you, if you will, to or the hype on these sort of things. And that's sort of what we felt about the Venezia. It's also the same thing we felt about the Jubilee. There was all this, it's Texas, it's be Texas this and Texas that and branded this and blah, blah, blah.
They had the Texas star on the front of the ship, and they had one chair that had Texas on it, and the rest it was
it's
it
creative
was like
marketing.
beyond the celebration.
It's creative marketing, right? Now I will say, and you will see as we start touring the decks for you guys. I don't know, and maybe because the Venezia was a blur, but I believe this ship actually feels a little more Italian to me.
Oh, me too.
Than the Venezia does.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know, but Patricia, a little lipstick and paint and good marketing campaign, and it's no longer the poop cruiser, right? It's now called the Sunrise. It's the same ship, it's the same people. The only thing that's changed, they just changed the name, a little bit of paint, right, and maybe move a couple signs in the inside, but it's the same thing. It's right. So here's a ship here. The ship here, it's still sort of has its name. It was the Costa Firenze, now it's the Carnival Firenze. It's the same ship with just some name changes inside, and it's beautiful. You guys are gonna love it that are booked on here.
It is.
But it's and that's what these big corporations do, y'all. I mean, it's just they're incredible at marketing. It's what they do, right? These are the fun ships. Why do you want to go on them? Because you're gonna have fun, and that's what their whole campaign is about, is fun, and so the Fun Squad, everything's about fun. And there isn't another cruise line like Carnival, y'all. There just isn't. Like, the Fun Squad and the sail away parties, nobody can compare. They really can't. I mean, Royal has their sort of way, and MSC, they have their way. Everybody has their way, but it's their way. It's not the Carnival way. And I gotta say, I mean, it's fun. Why do
there's a
people
lot to be
like
said
the
for it.
Fun ships.
There's a lot to be said
right?
for it.
So, but we were also having another conversation with, was it the people last night, about the price of stuff. I'm a little foggy because of the champagne, but we'll remember it. We'll bring it up another night. Trust me. Macrina says, yeah. I said those drunk Venezia passengers were gonna go the wrong ship. Oh, Mr. Cruise Fever says Carnival Corporation and Royal Corporation with Princess, PLC had a bid war back in early 2000. Prior to Carnival Corporation, PLC currently. I don't remember one way or the other. I'm sure you're correct. But Princess and P&O are with Carnival Corporation, right? So and they own a bunch more, Ida and Costa and Holland.
Yeah,
Cunard, yeah.
Yeah.
Carnival's, they're a massive corporation, guys. Smoke and mirrors, that's right. It's creative marketing, guys. It really is.
Yeah.
And again, there's nothing wrong with that. But that's how everything is these days. It's very creative marketing campaigns. I feel like like I don't want to call it a curmudgeon, but something will go on and I'll watch and be like, they're just doing it, or it's sometimes things may come across like as contrived. Like if you're watching somebody, I'm not thinking of a good example, but
no more champagne for you. You're a mess.
no. I'm just like sometimes you see some entertainment on ships, and it's put off as or presented as sporadic or in the moment.
And it's totally planned.
Totally planned and contrived.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just trying to think of a perfect example, and I can't think of a perfect example. So, but it's that way on all the cruise ships, guys. It's not just Carnival, but I mean the ships are beautiful, and the staff has been great.
The
thus
staff
far.
has really been great. They are so excited about this ship,
Yeah.
and they love it.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they're wonderful. They really are.
Yep. Macrina says making status match for Carnival to Princess cost, etc. isn't a big thing. Perks aren't huge on the ships. It makes passengers really happy, and it's more bookings with on the more expensive ships. Absolutely correct.
Yeah, I would
Macrina.
agree.
I mean, like even MSC, and they've obviously figured this out. They status match, and so they're upper tiers with them, and their perks are not like Carnival's perks, which of course isn't like Royal Caribbean's or like Princess's or like anybody else. Every cruise lines has their own separate perks, and so the only perk from Carnival that Lisa and I really appreciate at Platinum is the free 2 bags of laundry.
Yes.
So by the time we leave the ship, all of our clothes will be clean. That is the one thing that we enjoy, really the only perk.
It is.
Right? So MSC, even though they status matched, they don't have that
laundry.
perk. They
don't do free laundry.
Their laundry perk at that level is 15% off.
Yeah, I think that sounds about right.
Yep. Yeah, because at their top tier is like 25% off.
Yeah.
There's no free.
No.
So, excuse me. Anyway, so status match for God's sakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think you'll see. I'm not gonna call it migration, but you'll see a lot more mingling.
Oh, I
right?
totally agree. Yeah.
Right. Prince has another question. Please let me know how much ship models, Carnival merch, shirts, magnets are in the brand store. You'd really appreciate it. Sure. We'll absolutely take a look at that stuff for you. We typically do anyway, but we will make sure that we do. We'll bring it to you in another stream.
Prices on ship models.
Yep.
What else did we have?
The ship model is usually between $69 and $89, but just magnets, shirts,
Shirts and magnets.
general merch stuff.
Okay.
Chris says, while I don't sail with Carnival, I do root for them. I really wish they would do it right. They have the money to do it. Spend the money, and more people will come and pay a premium for it. So, look, every cruise line does it their way and has a different flavor and a different flair. And because of that, different people are going to gravitate towards those offerings. There's a reason why you enjoy Royal Caribbean, because of how they do their job, how their ships are, how their crews are, how their food is, just generally speaking, right? And so Carnival's doing it the way that they want to do it. They want to be known as the fun ships. They want to be, known as the big party ship and all these different things. Now, they're changing it slightly by bringing in these new XL class ships. So they're dialing at least down the gaudy, what I would call the gaudy decor of the older Carnival ships.
Yes.
If y'all Carnival sailing people know what I'm talking about. But again, I'm not saying a bad thing. I'm not picking on it. But again, the big wild colors.
Purples and reds.
The new
and
ships are very elegant looking, right?
Yeah.
But they're not going to, I think, ever change from that process of how they present their crews, because they're the fun ship, right? So I don't know. We'll see. Time will tell. But they have premium lines, so I don't think they would ever change the Carnival brand because that's their entry point, right?
Yeah.
That's their entry point. But by commingling, if you will, their perks programs, that may move them from a Carnival brand up to a Princess and maybe, Holland for certain people or into a Canard or, into one of the little luxury lines, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So, you never know.
Exactly.
Danny said, who was that? That was Chris. Danny says, the status match would be a trade-off between making Carnival cruisers happy, but pissing off the Holland and Princess cruisers. Yeah, maybe. The reason why people, again, sell on the Holland or Princess Royal, whatever, like Chris says, because they don't like Carnival. So all of a sudden, if you take a bunch of Carnival passengers and put them on Princess or Holland, what's that going to do? Interestingly enough, we had a semi, excuse me, similar
No.
similar experience on MSC. We were shocked. I mean, utterly shocked at how many first-time MSC cruisers, and how many of them were Carnival cruisers.
Yeah, that is very true.
And
yeah.
Now, of course, MSC price-wise, I mean, that's the reason.
Yeah.
MSC is selling their cruises right now at a Carnival price range.
Yeah.
And so they're going to get the Carnival guest. And it is not the same experience.
No.
Like dining. I mean, on MSC, linens on the table.
Like you used to have.
Full set of utensils, right? I mean, it's, I'm not going to call it white glove, but it's just shy of white glove service.
Mm-hmm.
That has been our experience on the newer ships, right? The seashore and the seaside. We're about to do the seascape. I can't speak for any of the older ones, only the ones that we've been on. But we also heard a lot of these same Carnival people not enjoy and or like MSC.
Yeah.
Now, we can't figure out why. We have no idea why. But I think it's for the reason that Chris might be alluding to, or we're talking about here, is they enjoy the Carnival style.
Mm-hmm.
Though MSC's at a Carnival price right now, it's not Carnival style.
It's not.
Not Royal Caribbean style. It's every cruise line has their own style. And so when you begin cruising, for any of the new people out there, if you're still with us at this late hour here, it sometimes takes a little while to find your best fit, which is why, you try a Carnival and then you try a Royal and then you try an NCL or whoever until you go, wow, this is the it.
Yeah, this is where I belong.
And it's because of how they are, how they handle their service, how they dress, how they handle their passengers, the food service, entertainment, and all these things. Some people just don't like a party. We've got friends that can't, like Chris, they just can't stand Carnival for the party that it is. They prefer Royal. In fact, they made a comment to me the other day that they're starting not to like Royal now because it's starting to become more of a party and very, very loud, as opposed to what it used to be. And that is, I think, also the dilution of the market. That's what we were talking about. We were talking about you and I talking about it. Because we were talking about back in the day. We were talking about it at dinner tonight.
Were we?
Yes. Your turn. Again, not reminiscing, not wanting cruising to come back to the way things used to be. This isn't Jamaica, an old Jamaica commercial. Come back to Jamaica, the way things used to be, man. Anyway, but there was a mystique about cruising, I think. And,
I remember. Yeah.
It was a thing, and I don't know how to explain the thing, but for me, the thing. You get on a cruise ship, and you turn your devices off. When we first started cruising, there were no devices, but turn the devices off. They go in the safe. So there's that solitude of being at sea. And then, again, the white glove service, the linens on the tables, and the big utensils settings with, 3 forks and 4 knives and the spoons and all these different things.
And eating your way in.
Yeah. It was a classy thing,
Yeah.
right? And
dressing up.
We don't eat regularly at places like that at home. When
No.
we first started cruising, never at all.
Yeah.
And so this was just, it was a really,
It was special.
it was.
Mm-hmm.
There, if you want special now, you're going to pay 10 grand.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm not talking about buying a suite on one of the royal ships. I'm talking about you're going to have to go to a luxury cruise liner to have the things that used to be offered on a Carnival ship,
Yeah.
right? And I'm not talking about 6-star food. I mean, the food is the food is the food, but I mean,
Just the
It's different.
service.
Yeah, it's
this-
different.
yeah.
yep. Macrina says, Lisa Robert, going to sleep well tonight. No cabin tour tonight, but lots of snoring. We'll see. Is something hitting Robert's pause button? I don't know.
You know, I was wondering the same thing too, because it's like your word cuts out every now and then.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. You haven't
hang on.
noticed it?
No.
I don't know if it's your gate or your connection.
I don't
but
know.
I mean, you're there for the most part. It's just like
Let me
one
turn down
word
my-
every now and then.
I'll turn down the gate.
Okay. We'll see if that helps.
See if that helps.
Okay.
Macrina says, "Oh yes, show us the Firenze spirit jerseys." Of course,
Okay. You got
absolutely. Chris says, "Robert, how much is the jacket on the ship? Let me know." Okay. I think they were about $80.
And
I
that
think-
was for Chris?
Yeah, it was for Chris.
Okay. The others were for Prince.
Yep.
So the
But,
jacket.
We're at sea the next couple days, which is also why we're going to do some of our late or early morning videoing because we don't have to get off the ship. We don't have to get up. We don't have to do nothing. And so we'll probably do that. And no, I'm not really drunk. I'm barely. Well, it's empty now. The drink we had from the Amari bar was way stronger than that last night.
That is the truth.
Woo!
Holy cow, that thing was strong.
Yeah, Bev says, but cost is also part of the attraction of Carnival. Yep. It's generally less expensive, and some of us can't afford premium. That's
It
exactly
is.
true. That's exactly true. And that's what they cater to, which is also why I believe as a corporation, the brands that Carnival owns, it's sort of a nice climb from Carnival, if you will, being the entry level, up to Cunard being the no, don't they have Seabourn?
They've got Seabourn too, don't they? Yeah,
They have a
I think
luxury
they do.
line, but then Cunard would be just beneath there, but they have a luxury brand, and everything's sort of in between, right? And so you're able to walk the passengers up. So when somebody comes on a ship and they're look like us, our tastes have changed in cruising, and
That's true.
They offer something along the way. However, the difference is, and we can tell from experience from going on these lines, Princess isn't just a more mature Carnival crowd, or even Holland is not a more mature Carnival crowd. It's a whole different crowd.
It is.
Remember, they didn't create these lines. They bought these lines that already had an identity. So anyway, yeah, whatever. But you are correct, Bev. The cost is part of the attraction.
Yeah,
And that's why we started selling Carnival ourselves. The price was right.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. When all else fails, drink. Well said.
Did you kill that bottle? All right, that one's
Done.
gone.
Danny Max says Carnival cruises on Holland or Cunard would be like the pool scene in Caddyshack. Oh, man, how right you are. Oddly enough, I think that's a little bit of how I felt on MSC, just because of the different flair and flavor of the ship, the look of the ship. Again, the quality of the service and the food and all the stuff, and it just Caddyshack. That's a great analogy. Chris says MSC is probably more affordable than Carnival, but they have the Yacht Club, which is a ship and a ship.
Yes.
Wish Carnival would try this concept. Yeah, so it's unique, and we haven't been able to break through that barrier yet. We've been trying like the Dickens to get somebody over there to let us in, but
We have.
to no avail yet. So maybe one day we'll get across that threshold without having to actually physically get a yacht club cabin. It's that's the only way in there right now. That place is pretty tight. We have asked it's like, for instance, we're on the Seascape. We're doing a back-to-back. Okay, and so there's about a 45-minute to 60-minute window when you're doing a back-to-back that you are done with your stuff. You've gotten off the ship. You've gotten back on the ship, but there's still no one else on the ship except for the staff and the people doing the back-to-back, which means in this particular part of the conversation, the yacht club would be completely empty. And so that is what we've actually asked. I said, hey, guys, we're doing this back-to-back, blah, 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 blah. And no reply yet.
Yeah.
Sent 3 emails. So, and it's we can't do it TMC style.
No, definitely not.
There's it's staff manned. First of all, the door to get in is locked. The only way to get in is with a key card. All right, so not a problem. Wait for somebody to walk in. Walk in behind them, but you still have the staff that's always there 24/7 at the desk.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we're not getting in.
No.
Not getting in. Macrina says MSC will eventually raise their price once they've grabbed some loyal passengers. Absolutely.
I
believe
expect
that 100%.
I do too.
That their price will come up a little bit. In my opinion, from our experience of what we felt, we feel they should be priced closer to like what Celebrity might be priced, more of a premium brand. But I don't think they'll ever come up that high. I just don't
think so either.
I just don't, because they would lose a large segment of the people they're going after, which is the Carnival crowd.
Yeah, they are totally going after the Carnival crowd.
Danny says to Chris, they have dabbled somewhat with that in the Havana. That is correct. So
that's true.
The Havana, and this ship has the Terraza area.
Yes.
But it's not exactly the same, Danny. I can get my way into Havana Cabana anytime I want. You can't get into the yacht club. Not only that, the yacht club, it is white glove butler service.
It is.
It is very, very high end. Havana Cabana, no, it's not even remotely close. In that sense, from a service, from a quality standpoint, conceptually maybe that it's a separate sort of area, but it's really not, because you can get access easily. Not the yacht club, right? I mean, like the Havana Bar. The Havana Bar is part of the Havana area, but you don't have to be in the Havana Suites to be in the Havana Bar. And if your timing's right, you can get out the
Easily
door,
sneak in
to a little side Havana Bar outside there, and walk all the way around to see the outside of the little balconies, if you will, on all the balconies there. Okay, I can walk up and see every door, and we've toured Havana balconies. We can't get close to a yacht club cabin.
No.
Can't even.
Not even.
You come out of the elevator and there's
we can't even get into the public areas in the yacht club. It's locked down tight for sure.
But I would agree conceptually, yes. But in the actual application of it,
no,
it's apples and oranges.
Yeah.
Kathy says, I've sailed on a 5-day Holland cruise. That was amazing. She did it last December. And it had the same vibe as a Carnival cruise. Interesting.
Oh, really?
And when I spoke with a veteran Holland cruiser about this, they were very surprised.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, we haven't been on Holland in a while.
But you did say 5-day.
Yep.
And that makes a difference no matter what cruise line you're on. The longer the cruise is, the less likely somebody who is working for a living is going to be able to take that longer cruise. So the shorter cruises invites a whole new crowd.
Yeah.
Um,
God, this is just bothering the crap out of me. We've been at this for a while now and just bothering the crap out of me. Oh, so much better. Doesn't that look better, guys?
yeah.
It only took an hour and
However long we've been on.
45 freaking minutes.
Yeah, it's just we had just a
We're
couple of
tired.
minutes. We're
tired.
and we had a couple minutes before the stream started, and we just kind of threw things together and ran with it.
Yeah. Turn that down a little bit. There we go. Anyway, Prince says he's interested in trying MSC at some point. Their prices are unbeatable. They are. They really are.
Yeah. Yeah, and we've like
Excuse me.
Robert was saying, we've tried the newer ships, the seaside
Seaside
and the
and the
seashore, and we were about to go on the seascape. And those ships we have thoroughly enjoyed.
Yeah.
We've not been on the older ones, the Meraviglia, the Poesia. We have the other ones. We have not been on those, so we can't say how those ships are. But the sea ships, those are wonderful.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we're real wood right there, expecting the same experience on the seascape.
Yes.
Which is talking about price. It's actually why we booked a back-to-back. MSC isn't putting us up on this. We had to pay ourselves. Mm-hmm. Same thing here. We every cruise we go on, nobody pays for this stuff. We pay for it. Okay, out of our hard-earned dollars. But the price was so cheap. It was like $500 per person for a 7-day.
I know.
So like,
when was the last time you
let's do
saw
it
those
back-to-back.
prices? Yeah, heck yeah.
And so it's like $2,000 for
14 days.
I think we're on the inside though.
You might be right. I think
we chose an inside.
I think we did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, but still, it's okay. We're on the ship. You'll know when we start streaming if we're inside or not. But yeah, as long as you're trying one of the seas, at least the ships that we've been on, we can personally recommend that you'll absolutely have a fantastic time.
Yeah, we love them.
Chris says, excuse me. Prices are unbelievably high on cruises right now. I'm booked through for 2026, just to try to save some money. They're still very expensive. Yeah, you're talking about Royal ships, man.
They are getting really ridiculous.
Yeah, man.
They are.
It's really, like the cost for trying to get on the Icon right now. Just, I just won't go.
Mm-mm.
I could sail on 3 other ships, if not more, for the cost of trying to get on. The last time I looked, it was $1,800 per person for an inside cabin. Like, no, that's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
Just not going to happen. Yeah. So, we enjoyed Royal. We do, but I just
Not for that price.
no. I'll go enjoy 3 or 4 MSCs or 3 or 4 Carnivals or 3 or 4, well, maybe 2 or 3 Princesses, or before I'd give that to them. And again, it's nothing against them. It's just too expensive.
Yeah. 3 weeks versus 1. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I'll take the 3 weeks.
Chris says, "Let me know if you want it." No, we'll tell you what the price is. We'll let you know, buddy. Macrina says, "Heck, those things offered years ago, like ice sculptures, full midnight buffets, and some other things, are on many ships now. So it's just Carnival who stopped things of old." I haven't seen it on Royal. Didn't see it on MSC. We're about to go on Princess, so we'll let you know what they're doing there. And so we haven't seen it on any ship, and any of those things. Now, of course, MSC still had linens and a different way. It did feel a little bit like old, but not ice sculptures, not the midnight buffet. And again, that I
fruit
think
carvings,
Yeah.
none of that.
yeah. Though I will say, Celebrity, their buffet, their stuff was amazing.
Yeah.
There was a lot of carved fruit and stuff, and
They did have
Yeah.
that. They did, and they had this huge fish.
yeah, yeah.
Unbelievable. I mean,
The Celebrity Ascent
Yes.
was amazing.
Yeah.
Really, presentation
Yeah.
was amazing. You guys, the Wi-Fi is pretty stable. Is there Starlink? Prince, they are part of Starlink here. We have the premium Wi-Fi. I will say this for Carnival. Thus far, again, knock on wood, it doesn't matter where we go on the ship, we have strong Wi-Fi. I will diverge. Normally, when we're on a Carnival ship, we are not broadcasting these shows from in the cabin. We are somewhere out in the ship with surroundings around us so you can see some cool things at night. It has to be quiet enough so that the microphones aren't picking up the ambient noise too much because we get copyright strikes. But, typically we have found, like on the Jubilee, every night we're in the back of deck 17, every single night. We cannot do that, we have found, on any other ship regularly, meaning stream from outside the cabins. We tried it on the MSCC shore and on the MSCC side. No.
We tried it on Virgin. We
Yeah,
tried it on
Virgin was horrible everywhere.
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 Yeah. We tried
it
it on Royal.
Royal.
Yep.
But inside the cabin, like your stateroom, Wi-Fi has been great. On all the ships, again, Virgin was a little up and down, even in the cabin. Okay. But for Carnival, that's one of the reasons why we so mad we couldn't get out of the cabin tonight. So we're gonna have to eat dinner really late.
Yeah.
Maybe at the buffet, worst case scenario. So
Yeah, maybe.
yeah. So, but yeah, really stable Wi-Fi. Big question, Mr. Cruise
Ooh,
Fever.
big question.
Do you think Joe Farkas, who helped create the Carnival theme ship, still works with Carnival or Carnival Corporation with Costa ships? I have no idea.
No.
No clue. If I had to guess, I'd say no. But I don't know. Is this a leading question? Let us know, because I don't know. I have no idea. Chris says, I know Macrina, I miss the good old days of cruising. Yeah, right. Right. Macrina says, Carnival Corporation knows how to market too. Cruise line for every budget or person. Absolutely. You know what we found on this ship? Speaking of budgets and things, there were not there's only one kind of suite on here. It's the ocean suite. They have a premium vista balcony, and they have premium balconies. But they only really have the ocean suite. There wasn't the presidential, and there wasn't this, and there wasn't that. It literally, the ocean suite. There's a couple in the back of the ship. There's a couple in the middle of the ship. But everything else is balcony, ocean view, or inside. But we'll bring you the cabins. But that's one thing that we found in our work today, in our walk. I'm out of cocktail. I don't know. I'm not going to open that.
It's a darn good thing.
Yeah. And Robert doesn't need the Caddyshack. Babe Ruth. I don't need Babe Ruth. I got a pile of hot. Prince says, question, have you guys ever gone Mediterranean? Yes, we did. I might be looking into an itinerary in the near future. NCL has the best Mediterranean ports from what I've seen. We did the inaugural sailing on the Resilient Lady. Virgin Resilient Lady. And we did sort of...
it was a Greek
Isles, right?
Yes, we did Santorini. We did Rhodes. We did Bodrum, Turkey was in there as well. What were the other places we went? Mykonos.
Mykonos, yeah. Because we're in Portland, there's like 6 or 7 ports.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
There was, I think, one sea day.
Yeah, I don't know.
Out of the
it's
whole,
crazy.
yeah. My favorite port, honestly, I think was Rhodes. Loved it. I always wanted to go to Santorini. That was on my bucket list. Went to Santorini and I loved it. It was beautiful. But then when we went to Rhodes, I liked it even more than Santorini. It's an old village, and it's a living village. People are still living in these old, medieval buildings, and we're selling out of the medieval shops and things. It just, I loved it. Loved it.
The Mediterranean is really about ports. Doesn't matter the cruise line, in my opinion. Pick the one that you're going to enjoy or that you already enjoy. And if price is a thing, then of course you can factor that into the decision, whether it's NCL, Carnival. We're on a Virgin ship. It wasn't the least expensive option, but it was an inaugural. We loved it. We actually, when we were done with that, we spent a week in Athens. Time of our life.
Yeah.
Best vacation we've ever had.
Yeah.
Really.
We've got a guy over there, so if you're going into Athens, we got a guy.
We got a guy.
Yeah.
This guy, he was with us for the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
He took us. He came to us through a friend of ours, and we said, "Hey, we're going to Athens." She's like, "Oh, I got this guy, and he, can take you places, and he'll do things for you,
Nobody else
will do." Like, sure, whatever. So they connected us, and we said, "Look, we're going to be here for 7 days. We want you to squeeze as much stuff as you possibly can in." He's like, "Well, where do you want to go?" I go, "Everywhere." He's like, "Oh, okay." I never asked price. I didn't care. We'd never been there. It's always been someplace I wanted to go. But not everything is in Athens proper. And sometimes it takes 3.5, 4 hours to get to some of these places.
Yeah.
Some of the places you also want to be there at nighttime for certain reasons. And so I could spend months and months and months and months doing research to figure that all out and try to create the schedule, this or that, or I could have him do it. That's what he did. And we...
Best time ever.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And as far as like tours, we got, I would say, 2 to 3 times of the amount of stops and information than we would have gotten if we had paid a tour company.
Mm-hmm.
And in the end, we paid, I would say, half of what we would have paid a tour company.
Oh, easily, yeah. Easily.
Dude wouldn't even let us pay for dinner.
Yeah.
It's great. I mean, obviously we probably paid for it in the end, but I mean, we somewhere we would be with them for lunch and sometimes dinner because some of the days got long, and we go someplace, restaurant, and just eat. I'll order everything. I'll take care. So menus come to waiter come over, and then 20 minutes later, the table's freaking
covered.
full of food.
Covered.
Who the is gonna eat all this food? That's literally the words that came out of my mouth. I'm like, there's no way. And sure enough, there's no. We took food back to the hotel every single night. Anyway, the lunch or the dinner would be over, and I'd go and no, I got this, and he'd walk over, pay them whatever. I have no idea what any of it cost. No idea. And we walked away with like goodie bags every night. And so we'd have a midnight snack and breakfast there from. And I can tell you a Greek salad in Greece, in Athens, anywhere in Greece, is not the Greek salad you're going to get anywhere else in the world.
No.
Or here in America, for at least.
Definitely not.
So.
It is literally chunks of tomatoes and chunks of cucumbers and chunks of onions.
Feta.
And feta, a slice of feta.
And the olives.
Yeah, Kalamata olives. Oh my gosh.
Without all kidding aside, without being very descriptive, I've got a strange stomach, right? And I'm always close to a bathroom just because of strange stomach. I eat and it's food in, food out. It is what it is. It's always been that way. Don't know. It's a thing. Not once at any meal in Greece did I have a problem.
No.
Not once.
No, he never went running one time.
Not one time. Mm-mm. At all. It's like, I want to move to Greece.
I know. It's so good.
Amazing food. So, yeah, Mediterranean. If you go for a cruise, stay a week. We'll give you our guy's name. Actually, we did a video on it. It's on our YouTube channel.
He's up there.
It said something like, call this guy. I forget what the thing says, but
Fotis.
That's his name, Fotis. His contact information is in the video. It's just, look, we have no skin in the game. He doesn't give us a kickback. He's just that good. He just became a friend, right? And that's the other part of it. You're not a customer. your family.
Your family.
Right? And so that's why we love him very much.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
can recommend him to everybody.
Yeah, definitely.
So Macrina says those things are like the ice sculptures and full midnight buffets are not on other lines now. So all lines have phased things out, not just Carnival. No, you're exactly correct. That was my point. We've not seen them anywhere. And look, times change, people change, right? Right? Things progress and move on. And, we get that. We certainly do. But I think there's too much loss. I really do. From that mystique, that specialness, I think has drifted away a little bit. And today, I don't know if she caught this. We're snaking through the lines to get up to the last place you have to have your boarding pass scanned. We're just about through the snaking and to get onto the gangway physical part to get to the ship. There's this dude in a scooter, and he's trying to drive a scooter and push his rolling suitcase at the same time. And the words that came out of his mouth, I lie to you not, to one of the Carnival Port staff, you need to move your or I'm gonna run you over.
Oh my gosh.
Those were literally
I did not hear
the
that.
words that came out of this guy's mouth.
I did not hear that.
I can't make that stuff up.
I did not hear that. See, and that's another thing too.
You would not have heard that 10 years ago.
You would not.
You would not
everybody
have
was
heard that 10 years
happy
ago.
to be on a cruise ship, and everybody was nice and hello to everybody in the elevators, and yeah, it's kind of gone. Yeah.
Dude. You need maybe some of this.
Yeah.
Maybe a lot. Shorter the cruise, bigger the party. That is correct, Danny. Yeah, we are not fond of anything less than 7 days ourselves, personally. We've talked about this many times. In fact, the seashore. When we're on the seashore, it was a 4-day, 3-day back-to-back that we did. And it was literally a 4-day and a 3-day, and it didn't feel like we were on the ship for 7 days because we had to get off and get on and everything repeated. But
yeah,
it
in the crowd.
It was a
party crowd.
It was a carnival party crowd for 3 and 4 day.
Yeah.
Yep. Kathy says, "Oh yeah, I agree. But the majority of the Holland cruisers were on the 21-day cruise. It was a whole mix of fun." Okay, there you go. Ozan, hello from Istanbul, Turkey. Well, hello there, Istanbul, Turkey.
Welcome to our channel.
Welcome to the channel. Yeah, glad to see you here, my friend. Welcome.
Absolutely.
Welcome to the Tallman clan. All of our friends here will say hello to you too, I'm sure.
Yes.
Bev's talking to Mr. Cruise Fever. Macrina says, "Wait, you didn't have dinner tonight? Did I miss that you said that? Pizza road trip? No. We had dinner.
Yeah.
We went down there at 5:30, and we walked out of there not completing the meal at about 20 after 7, 25 after 7, so nearly a couple hours. And we're a 2-top. The restaurant was not packed. There was empty tables all around us. Again, we get his first night. It's not a complaint, observation, sharing with you the facts. Okay, the 9-top right next to us sat down 20 minutes after we were there, left, completed their meal 10 minutes before we decided to get up and leave. I peeled out of there about 3 minutes before Lisa. My dessert came, and I was like, "Okay, go," because I still had a little bit. We left a camera, one of our phones, on the balcony doing a time lapse, thinking we were going to be sailing away, so I'd have a nice time lapse at the end. Well, we didn't. So I had to come back here, get that footage, finish the editing, set up the cameras. I'm like, I got to go. So she decided not to eat it. She's got her. I'm not sure if you've seen it.
I still have some of my dessert.
Yeah, cheesecake.
Yes, haven't eaten
Strawberry
it all.
sauce was really good. Even though I ate it in like 3 bites, it was good. But yeah, so the dinner was great. We had I had 4 appetizers. I couldn't. Man, the appetizers were looking great tonight.
They were good.
I had a pappardelle with where's the menu? Is it in your phone? Do you remember?
It is
Pappardelle with lamb, a cream tomato sauce, and a few other things. Oh God, it was delicious. That was the appetizer. You could have had that as a meal, but it was the appetizer. pappardelle con agnello
Brassato.
brassato. We'll post these in the stream tomorrow night or Facebook, one of the two.
Yeah.
Okay. Roast duck rolls, which also looked amazing. I didn't have those. Shrimp cocktail. Seasoned mixed lettuce, Caesar salad, Papa El Pomodoro, which is tomato soup. We both had that. And the wild rice Gruyere with country chicken soup. We both had that.
That was amazing.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Everything tonight was delicious that we had there. So then the entrees tonight was Szechuan shrimp, Cornish game hen, Constine Corte Brazzate, which was a 12 hours braised short ribs, which we actually both had with green beans and chive mashed potatoes with a truffle au jus.
It was really good.
So good. God,
Yeah.
it was so good.
It
I all
was
but
good.
licked the bowl.
Quickly, too.
Yeah, the pappardelle that I said was for the appetizer. You could also have that in dinner. There was a vegetable Wellington tonight, and there is a featured Indian dish. Okay. There was also I didn't see that.
The Cobb salad?
I did not see that.
Really?
They had a Cobb salad, ultimate Cobb salad. And of course they have their everyday menu, which is grilled chicken or steak. And they have some sauces too, chimichurri and some different things. For dessert was cheesecake, a torta al arancia. Torta al arancia, which is a zesty orange cake with a hint of nutmeg, no sugar added, by the way. And then, of course, the melting cake, fresh fruit, ice cream with sorbet, and a cheese plate. So yeah. So we had a good dinner tonight. It was
Yeah, we
good.
did.
Okay. Arcade said, "Hope you're having fun. Looking forward to seeing the arcade." Yeah, we did the live stream today for the sail away party, and ran through the arcade twice and said, well, we're going to get a better look for you arcade people later. And so, yes, we will get a good tour for you. It's on one of the upper decks, there's a special entrance to get on there from the inside, and it's kind of neat. So you'll like it.
It's in one of the kids area videos. I did the arcade as well. So when we release those, you'll see that as well.
Yeah, but we'll separate that.
Okay.
Do its own thing. Yeah, it's all right. Ozan says, I just subscribed to your channel. I wish you greetings from Istanbul. Thank you so much, my friend.
Thank
we appreciate you.
Yes, we do.
We have some other friends from Turkey, too. Friends outside of Tall Man. That's editor. Tall Man. Maybe. Yeah, anyway. Oh, no. He was, the animations.
Oh.
Yeah, anyway, it's okay.
Okay.
Welcome. What is your first impression of the ship? We are considering booking this one.
Love it.
Book
Love it.
Come down here. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. First impressions are amazing. Staff has been great. Look, it's the inaugural. It is very hard for anyone to give a true opinion because things are going to change within the next couple cruises. They really are. They're going to get better. They're going to get smoother. Dinner, timing-wise, was atrocious tonight. It will get better. But the food is great. The service is great. The ship is great. It's not. You got to remember though. It's also if you've been on the Venezia, you'll have a very similar experience because it's the same class of ship, right? But even though this is sort of part of the Vista class type ships that Carnival sort of designed, the structure of the ship outside of the shell was not built for Carnival. Again, the perfect thing. If you will go to Facebook, watch our sail away party, right? The Lido deck, the pool area, it is tiny. Carnival ships don't have small, Lido pool decks.
No, they
Why?
don't.
Because this is a party ship. And they have big events that go on there, like their sail away parties. And it's just stadium seating and this and that. This is not that. The pool is tiny. It's confined. It almost looks like it's an indoor pool.
It almost has that feeling, yeah.
It's different. But
Yeah.
you're going to love it.
It's beautiful.
Right? So
yeah.
If you've been on other Carnival ships, of course, everything else is the same. The fun squad and the fun things that you do on a Carnival ship, that's the same. It's just a different feeling because this ship wasn't specifically designed for Carnival like their other ships were. Hopefully that makes sense. Ozan is saying, laughing and says, have we ever been to Istanbul? We have not been to Istanbul.
No, we were just talking a little bit
Didn't
ago.
we want to go to Kudasi? Is that in Turkey? Kudasi?
Yeah.
Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Sorry.
Yeah. The place that we did go when we did our Greek Isles tour.
Isn't that Turkey?
Yeah, Bodrum. Yeah.
Didn't we have a hammam?
We did. We had the Turkish bath, loved it. So yeah, we went to Bodrum. Where is it that I wanted to go? I can't remember now. There was some place that I wanted to go. I'll think of it later. But
Religious site.
yeah. Exactly, but I can't remember. Ephesus. Yeah, we wanted to go to Ephesus. And we weren't sure that we were going to have enough time to make the trip over there because we did not book the cruise line excursion. And so we were a little afraid that if we were to take something else outside of the cruise line that we wouldn't have enough time and we would be late for the ship. So we did not do that. But yeah, Bodrum loved it. Yeah, a lot of fun.
Unmute.
Yay.
Wow, embarkation day, you're supposed to be the happiest. Imagine how that curmudgeon is going to be later on this week.
Right?
It's
Yeah.
like, dude. He's pushing suitcase. He's got his cart. He's dragging sort of. I'm like,
Oh my.
check that in. Let them.
You're doing wonderful.
Google Translate.
Yeah.
Hopefully you understand English. Danny Pizza road trip. Suggestion: when you guys get to Puerto Vallarta, make sure you go visit Los Muertos Beach, Pancho's Tacos, and Pepe's Tacos.
All right. Hang on. I got to do a screenshot of that one.
In
'cause-
Mazatlan, they have a nice, newly built aquarium. Okay, we'll check it out. It's
That was going to be a lot of typing. So, and I know he zips on past. So I have like this much time.
we just don't have. We've just not had a lot of time to plan.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate. It just unfortunately with everything that goes on in our life and as busy as we are, we just haven't had time to plan. But we have to take a moment to plan. And if not, we're just gonna fly by the seat of our pants.
We do that frequently.
We do that. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Love the pappardelle with the lamb ragu. Oh, it's delicious. Yeah, really was. P.S. Don't forget to go to Melcon's and take pictures by the letter sign if you're into that sort of thing.
Cool. Taking a picture of that too.
I'm not sure what kind of thing that is, but we'll look into it. Macrina says, also love the navel orange cake. Yep, normally on day one. It's no sugar added too. Yep, that's what it was. I don't
It
remember
wasn't
this
navel
menu.
orange. Yeah, it's changed a little bit.
Yeah. That's what I mentioned to Lisa. I'm like, we're really gonna have to check this because I don't remember this menu before on a first day.
No, me either.
She says people can be rude anywhere these days with no more manners. Shopping, vacations on a cruise. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Theme parks.
Yeah.
We see it all the time with what we do too. You're exactly correct. If you want pizza, eat it from Italy. I didn't go to Italy. You go instead. We've been to Italy and the pizza's great. The pizza on Carnival ships is very, very good.
It is.
I'm Italian myself, and I call myself a pizza Nazi. Boy, I am particular about my pizza. Really am. And MSC actually makes a slightly better pizza than Carnival does. And I didn't think it was possible because the Carnival pizza is so good. But the MSC is just a little bit better. Antalya, Izmir, Sesme. Okay, let's.
That one didn't translate.
No, it didn't. Can I copy? Yeah, it won't let me copy either. So I was going to try to translate it. Bathroom break. No, if you want to be honest, 'cause I had to blow my nose.
Esma 87.
87. How was day
Esma.
one? What's the plan for the night? So,
And welcome to the channel, by the way.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we don't remember seeing you here.
No.
By the way, for anybody new out there, I haven't done this in a while. I'm such a bad host. You just got to do subscribe, become part of the Tall Man Clan, hit that thumbs up. We're going to be streaming live every single day. I'm going to say day. Could be night, could be day. I don't know. But we're going to bring you content every single day live from the ship. We're usually with you guys around an hour and a half to 2 hours, sometimes longer, depending on how many people are with us. If you are new to the channel, not only should you subscribe, thumbs up, hit the bell, but if you have a question about the ship that you want answers to, make sure you leave it in the chat if you're with us live. If you're watching the replay, please make sure you leave it in the comments. We will gladly find the answers for you, so you're hearing it firsthand from the people on the ship. Okay? Anyway, join our Facebook group.
Yes.
Right, come there, and we're gonna have a group cruise soon. Well, next year. Come with us and join us on a group cruise. You can just hang out with us. It's going to be a blast. We have all kinds of events that we are going to plan for it. It's on the Carnival Horizon. It is an 8-day Southern Caribbean out of Miami. We have pricing and all that stuff. I don't have it set up. We've had a catastrophe of a tech night, so anything I plan to do is all gone except for the highlights. So but yeah, come along with us. Just send us an email to tallmanscruiseadventures@gmail.com. We'll hook you up with the person booking the group cruise for us. Okay. Anyway, overall, day one was great. Embarkation, smoothest we've had from Carnival, I think, ever. We couldn't say enough.
Yeah.
Right. Not just inaugural, just ever. Overall, the day's experience was great. Dinner, the service not so good. All right,
just a little slow. They were very nice.
Yeah, the food
just
was
slow.
The food was great.
Yeah,
but the service was slow, and it's every inaugural we've been on. It has literally taken them 3 days to figure out dinner, and once they figured out the dinner, it was just a nice, smooth process. So I imagine the same thing, and sometimes it may take a little longer, but ultimately, it's pretty quick to work it out. Everybody else, the fun squad's been great. Joey's been fantastic.
The staff is so friendly.
If you didn't know, on our Facebook group, we actually have one of the Carnival Fun Squad from this ship is part of our group on the Facebook page.
She is.
And so we've run into her several times already, and she's wonderful. So
yeah.
All in all, the only other hiccup, strange, and we don't know what went on, but we left really late from Long Beach. I could have swore, tickets. Go look in the drawer for the actual ticket. You know what I'm talking about? The boarding pass? Is it right there in that drawer?
No.
Try on the other side.
No.
No? There's nothing there?
No.
Okay, so I could have swore our departure time today was like 4 or 5 o'clock or something like that. At the latest.
That's just
in
the
fact,
keys.
our sail away party today was at 4:15. So okay, great, but we never left. And so we went down to dinner. 5:30, checked in. Was a bit of a cluster. Oh, thank you very much, by the way. I haven't given anybody applause in quite a while.
Look what I found.
Yeah, final boarding time, 5:30. So anyway, we don't remember seeing it on the app, the time, and all of a sudden this departing at 7 o'clock shows up. We're like, did they just stick that in there? I don't remember seeing that. So we're at dinner. We're like, wow, I can't believe we're not leaving till 7. So we're at dinner and 7. We're
Comes
still there
and
at
goes.
7:15 because we told you late. 7:20. I'm like, okay, I got 7:20. I'm out of here. 7:25. And we still hadn't left yet. We started the stream. We still hadn't started moving yet at 8 o'clock. And so I'm not sure what the delay was in getting out of here tonight. So, but outside of that, just a fantastic. The ship is in beautiful shape. I feel they've done a lot more to this ship than they did in the conversion of the Carnival Venezia. So the Carnival Firenze is beautiful. So if you haven't booked yet and you've been considering, thinking about it, waiting to see it, we're going to show you every piece of the ship, front to back, top to bottom.
That's me, I think.
Yeah, that was you. Stop doing that.
Okay.
Whatever it is you're doing. I don't know. So yes, stay tuned to all the streams. At the beginning of every stream, we bring you a piece of the ship. Part of the deck tours of all the public spaces and the different things, usually a little bit of highlights of the day's activities, and then we follow that up with some Q&A. Okay, and so we get the content out of the way that you guys all want to see up front, and then we stick around for those who want to have a conversation and ask questions. Okay, so make sure you stick around. Esmond's 87. Bodrum is a beautiful city. I always wanted to go. Yeah, it
really was beautiful. The water was so clear. Yeah, beautiful.
Macrina says whale season is finishing up, but you may see them. You never know. We are pretty close to the front of the ship, and hopefully tomorrow we'll figure out our tech problems and get that all worked out so you guys can see too.
Yes.
2 hours, wow. Are we just going to stay live until tomorrow night? No. I'm turning this off so I can figure out why my stinking cameras aren't working. Piece of I don't know. Help.
Asking for a friend.
Right. Oh, Lord. Okay, can tell the champagne's wore off. Most tourists vacation in Italia Cosme. You follow tourism news. Oh, okay. Excellent. All right.
Very nice.
Al Benson, welcome. I don't remember seeing you here.
No, welcome.
Did they get rid of the bocce ball court, I'm assuming you say, when they added Il Mercado? Yeah, that
Mercado.
place.
Yes.
Mercado. See, Macrina, you gave me the jinx. I don't have anything to drink unless they open the big bottle.
But I think they did. I don't remember seeing the bocce ball. We haven't completely gone through the ship and
every space.
Through every space. And our time up there was spent dodging people and trying to get some footage of the sail away party. I don't remember seeing the bocce ball, but I'll pay closer attention tomorrow.
Il Mercado's down a little bit lower. We'll check it out.
Yeah,
we'll
definitely.
be on the lookout for you.
Yes.
Okay, so follow along. We'll bring it to you when the stream's done.
And that was for El Benson?
El Benson. Right. That'll be part of the content that's in the first part of the stream. Of course, hang around for the Q&A, right, as well. But Lisa's going to write the question down. We'll find the answer. You'll definitely be tuned in. You enjoy. Thank you, Prince. We appreciate you, buddy. We're going to try to make these earlier. We're used to coming on for you guys at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, which, of course, would be 6 p.m. Pacific time, and that's the time that we're on now. And that is just in the middle of, it's just, we can't do that. We cannot come on at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. There'd be no way for us to eat dinner. In fact, sometimes these streams go real long, like this one is going. We wouldn't even get to the buffet in enough time.
Yeah.
And we love you guys, but we need to eat something. So we've considered, and we'll probably figure it out tonight into tomorrow. If we come on at 4-ish to 5 hour time, we can be with you 2-ish hours and then go do dining after that because we have anytime dining. Okay. The only problem is we do like to bring you out to part of the ship. And at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, the places that we would like to hang out at with you to stream are too busy, too loud, too sunny, and too hot. This stuff doesn't like being directly in the sun. It's all computer equipment. It's got to be in the shade somewhere. So we're going to figure it out because if it's not going to be 4 o'clock, it's going to be after dinner. It's going to be like we did tonight.
Yeah.
And we may be forced to.
We might have to do the late.
Do buffets or whatever. So again, thank you very much for the thumbs up there.
Yes, thank you.
We really do appreciate it. Miss Jody says, how was sailing out of Long Beach? Smooth as could be. Smooth as could be. From the embarkation process, we stayed at Queen Mary, so it was literally a walk across the parking lot. We were in the building, through security, excuse me, into the lounge. Again, today was a little bit different because Excuse me, everybody. Today being day one, there was a ribbon cutting, which we showed you at the very beginning during the highlights. If you want to go back and see that, you can see the ribbon cutting. And then after the ribbon cutting, they opened it up. Also, remember, nobody had ever been on the ship. So all the rooms were done. Everything was clean. There wasn't any sort of delay, as well as getting people off the ship from the previous cruise. So there really, once that ribbon was cut, there was no delay. People just started calling people on.
Yes.
Okay. So, but we haven't experienced that with other inaugurals.
No.
It's always been like the big cluster. Not today. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. EZM, we're going to go there. EZM 87 says, or asks, I know, the Coast Guard made them do a mandatory test of those lifeboats. I don't know what they did. Who knows? But here we were. We're late. Ozan says, TikTok, America blocked my access. Are you sorry? Yeah, we're sorry.
But, we really didn't post a whole lot on TikTok to begin with.
We just started.
Yeah.
TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, X. Everywhere.
Yeah.
Drink. Okay. Lemonade.
Oh,
Technically my preferred drink.
I like Bev's comment. We were actually talking about
Maybe
that.
the shore power plug got stuck. Funny thing,
We were
literally talking about that.
Yep.
So during dinner, again, we were expecting to leave around 5. I think by our ticket with the last aboard was 5:30. It should have been 6, but whatever. And they made a portion of the speech during last night's event that this ship is plugged in to shore power when it's at dock. So it's not burning any of those horrible fuels and blah, blah, blah. So, and they showed pictures of the plugs and what they had to go through, talked about it a little bit.
Big plugs.
They're huge. They're huge.
Yeah.
And so at about the time that we thought we should be leaving, like the emergency flashers started to go off in the restaurant tonight. It was
At very irregular intervals.
Yeah, it was like an electrical problem, right?
Yeah.
And the lights would dim a little bit, come on and off. And so I said to Lisa, I said, stab in the dark. But I wonder if they can't get the darn ship unplugged from the shore power or the ship to reconnect to the engine power, right? Because if those who don't know, cruise ships these days that are made, they're just large electrical power plants.
Yeah.
That's all they are. The engines on board they don't push the ship anymore. There's no
They run
propeller
generators.
shaft. They run generators that create electricity, and electricity runs everything
Yes.
to include the motors, right? They're all electric motors. And so maybe they can't get the switch, like we used to have like this emergency backup generator for our home. And we full-time RV now, and so if there was an emergency and we lost power, we hit the big switch so we can turn the generator on so nobody gets electrocuted when the power does come back on. And so when the power does come back on, we can turn the generator off, then hit that big switch again, and then power does go into the house. And so I was like, I wonder if their switch isn't working. I don't know. So it's funny that you brought that up.
It is.
Amy says, I'm tossing you an easy softball out, and you just keep on talking. I'm sorry, buddy.
That's twice it's gone over our heads.
Oh. 2 hours, wow. Are we just going to stay live until tomorrow night? Not complaining, just concerned about your well-being. Asking for a friend.
He's trying to get rid of us.
Yeah. And I mean this in the most loving of ways, Danny. You could just turn it off. It's hard though. I know. It's like when we're driving, you guys are there all night with us. We're driving for 12 hours, and you're still there when we're done. We're like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's crazy. EMZ87 says my cruise life said no bocce ball is on the boat. They were pretty sure they were right behind us when we were walking on the ship today.
Yeah.
In fact, I made a comment to him. I
You
says, I think
did.
we cruise more with you than we do our family.
I don't remember seeing bocce ball, but again,
Yeah.
I will double check.
We're going to be covering this entire ship in a way that nobody else does.
Yes.
For those who are new to the channel, we literally we walk the decks continuous. We don't just give you highlights of the decks, so you get a full idea of where bathrooms are in relationship to elevators and stairs, or the restaurants, clubs, this, that, or whatever. And we do it in real time. So tomorrow night, I don't know what we will bring you tomorrow night. Tomorrow's a sea day, so but we're going to do some videoing tonight in the middle of the night when people are sleeping, so that we can get some good clean shots for you guys. And we'll start to bring you those decks, and we'll bring them all the way through. Even when we're done and off the ship, we will have videoed so much content, we will continually release content about the ship even once we're off of it. So make sure you subscribe and become part of the Tall Man Clan and just hang out with us.
Absolutely.
Have a good time.
Love to have you.
Love Bodrum very much. The memory of which it remains with you. Yeah, it does. We
Yes.
remember all of that.
Yeah.
So we agree. Macrina says, do what works for your schedule. We will be there whenever. Exactly. Honestly, it's just a matter of us figuring out what's going to work the best for us and what to do. Because here's the other thing. I mean, at 4 o'clock, if we stream at 4 o'clock, that means I have to really start editing by noon or 1 o'clock. And we would like to go see some things in these ports, right? So it's just the challenges we have to work out. And like you said, if we're on at 8 o'clock at night, whoever's with us is with us. And if you're not with us, that's not a problem. We still love you, and I'm sure you'll watch the replay. It's all good. We just we got to figure out it's funny, we're having a harder time trying to figure out the schedule here than we did when we were in Europe.
Yeah, definitely.
When we did in Europe, it just
worked out well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Anyway. Ozon's drinking Red Bull. He's got vodka in it. No, I had my little bottle, and now we're just having lemonade, which is normally what I have.
Yeah. Lemonade for him, iced tea for me.
Yeah, Lisa and I, we're just not big drinkers, but
No.
tonight was one of those nights. And
Yeah.
tomorrow night might be a bigger night. We can't take this on the plane with us, so
Nope.
yeah.
So got to drink it here.
Danny says, I can't turn it off. Danny can't turn it off. The driving videos. None of us can. I know y'all crazy. And the cruise life said that today when I mentioned you. Oh, how funny is that?
Oh.
Yeah, you were standing there. I'm like, Anyway.
Well, they did laugh. They laughed about that.
Did. I actually videoed them coming on the ship, but they didn't come on the ship. I always jump on the ship and I video. It doesn't matter. Anyway. Ozan says, I'm very sad. I wish they would have closed it down in Turkey. TikTok and Instagram are all open. I feel very sorry. Yep. No. It's weird. Like, oddly enough, speaking of stuff being, turned off, this, that, or whatever, our Facebook stream got blocked today in a couple of countries. And we got noticed why we're streaming. And then as soon as we were done streaming, I got the, hey, you moron, what are you doing? Don't ever do this again or your channel's gone. I'm like,
Oops.
are you kidding me? I mean, I see other influencers out there. I know they're not videoing on YouTube. I don't know if it's TikTok or Instagram or wherever else they're doing it, but I always assume it was
posting.
Facebook. And they're streaming it.
Yeah, live.
And we do it, and I mean, we hadn't been off air 10 minutes, and I was getting the nasty gram. I'm like, man. Bev, yes, the driving late at night is a nightlight. Carnival Firenze champagne is not very good. Well, first of all, I don't like champagne, so I don't know good from bad. So,
no, neither one of us.
this could be Dom. Actually, I've had Dom once in my life. I did not like it.
I don't like anything with the bubblies. soda. I mean, I'll drink Coke every now and then, but I anything bubbly, and I don't care for it.
I'll be right back.
All right. Let's see. What do we have here? I guess that's it with the comments. Oh no, when you see this cruise life, mention my name and said hi. Yeah, and I told them to tell you. I can't read this. I'm sorry. I told them to tell you I said hi too. Want my ears burning that you're both mentioning me. Oh, nice. Yeah, they're a lot of fun. And Macrina says, Lisa, did you like the cucumber sunrise? Yeah, actually I did. My first sip was very, very strong, so I went woo when I took my first sip, but then it just kind of mellowed out and it was really good. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
The whole thing, that lush.
I did. I drank the whole thing. So thank you for the recommendation. That was very good.
I actually, I drank about a third of my rum negri.
I don't. Yeah,
I forget what it was.
We'll have to.
About a third of it, and it was just too strong. Oh my gosh!
His holy cow was
mackerel.
strong. Yeah.
It was stiff.
Yeah, for sure.
For someone who doesn't drink, it's like, whoa. So anyway, well, look, guys, we've been on with you for quite a while.
Do have a couple more comments.
Ozone says, don't drink too much. You'll sleep where you sit. The good news is we're on the sofa, so it's okay.
It's okay.
And he's like, oh, no more comments. You know what that means? That means I'm turning it off.
Yes.
We're done. We've made it to the end of the comments. And it only took us 2 hours and 35 minutes.
Yes. We love you guys.
Absolutely. So we will be back again tomorrow. We're going to probably cover probably deck 3 and deck 4 for you guys tomorrow, the first public decks. We'll start into that process and show you. And remember, we do 360, guys. And so if you're going to be coming on the... Oh, God, excuse me. I apologize, guys. If you're going to be coming on the Firenze and you're already part of Facebook groups and stuff, make sure you let them know about us, what we do here. We'll gladly make sure that everybody is fully knowledgeable about this ship from front to back, top to bottom, left to right. Okay?
That's right.
Until we see you all again tomorrow night.
Yes.
I say same time, same bat channel, but definitely the same bat channel. Just don't know about the time. But we'll see you tomorrow night. Good night, everybody. Love you all.
Good night.